Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is episode 20. Evo's Men's Live, Brothers from the Barbershop. And I'd like to give a big welcome to my brothers, Just D, Elevated, aka Lee, and of course, the youngest of the group, Dapper Don. So, how y'all brothers feeling? Testing 1 2 1 2. Everybody sound check. Take yourself off mute, Lee.
Fantastic.
Lee, testing 1 2 Lee and Just. Are
Yeah,
you
man.
on?
I thought y'all was gonna do it. Go and check it individually. I was waiting on one of y'all to drop. But we good.
Nope. Welcome. So everybody in the chat, welcome Committed, welcome Tara, welcome Charlie, welcome Sunshine, and
Ain't no sunshine when it rains.
hey, definitely welcome to Crystal. Who else is in the crib?
United for a mission.
I'm trying to move this thing. God damn. Anyway, I'm trying, y'all. So, we got 5 things on the list tonight. We're going to make this juicy. We're going to expand. We're going to have fun. And please, everybody in the comment section, please subscribe and like. We've been rocking. We're trying to get up to 1,000. We're almost there. So let's get into it. All right. I don't know where Coach is tonight, but I hope he's blessed to stay up.
He probably coaching.
Probably coaching. So, Evo, can we get that first clip, please?
You didn't just pallet drop? Why are you selling that?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Dapper. You're such a brother. I forgot all about the pies. But,
You feel me?
you're going to have to sue me today.
I'm here for it.
You might could
Men today are narcissists. Narcissist is the trending word. No matter what the argument is, the men are narcissists. So I, being the investigative content creator that I am, baby, I went and looked up the word narcissist because I wanted to get a true definition. And I seen this image pop up. Behaviors of a narcissist. Lack of empathy for others. Has a strong desire for attention and admiration from others. Consistently has problematic relationships and has inflated sense of self-worth or importance. Wait a minute now. Isn't it always the women online complaining about how none of their relationships are working? Because it's the men. But the men be in relationships sometimes and they be happy, but y'all don't. That sounds like constantly being in problematic relationships. And then the overinflated self-worth. Everybody's a 10. Nobody's average because I'm a 10, right? And then on the other side, not having empathy for others. Girl, I'm going to do what I want to do because this is my life to live. It don't matter if it hurt him, F them kids. Y'all see strangers struggling and don't care, right? And it is mostly women that be online half naked, acting a fool for what? Likes and views or admiration and attention. If the men are narcissists, how is it that the ladies are fitting these descriptive words so well? Why is it that these behaviors are found in so many women if the men are the narcissists? I'm trying to figure it out. So the ladies' favorite word for men today are narcissist.
Now, I'm going to dive into this because what I found very interesting is everyone's creative way of defining what a narcissist is. I have really, really spent significant time studying narcissistic women and narcissistic men are not the same. If you really want to understand what I'm getting to say, please take the time out and look up narcissistic women. and in a separate window, put in narcissistic men, you're going to see a total different definition between the two. Okay? So, let me start out with my brothers. Do y'all think there's a difference between men and women when it comes down to narcissistic behavior or definition?
Me personally, I don't. But I've never actually met a narcissistic man before, so I don't really know firsthand experience.
You know what?
I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being 100% honest. Every diagnosed narcissist that I know is a female. I'm not even being funny. 100% of them. I know 4 personally. You feel me? So I just have not met a narcissistic man. I know women who call men narcissists. You feel me? But as far as being a diagnosed narcissist, I have not met a single man with that diagnostic.
What you got to say?
What you want from me?
So for me, I speak from baseline, and I love this topic because I can include, I can bring psychology into it. Narcissism, it's on a spectrum. It was somewhat be like ADD, something like that, but on a different spectrum. If you look at it, it goes from healthy. You can be narcissistic and be healthy and confident. Some people look at it from that purpose. Then you can look at the pathological self-absorption of people who are narcissistic. Both men and women at the core want validation. That's what narcissism is. I just think where I agree with Dapper is that the form
I didn't hear that.
and the focus of the narcissistic is going to be different. Now, as far as the video, that's where the form and the focus. She was focusing on pointing out one side and not looking on both on the whole entire spectrum.
Exactly.
So that's as far as the video goes. But as we get deeper into it, then we can talk a little bit more about the other side.
You gotta buy it.
Come on, Just. Is there a difference between male and female narcissistic behaviors? By definition.
So send the clip. I want to see it.
Either which way, both of them can be narcissists, but there's certain qualifications that if somebody thinks highly of themselves or too highly of themselves, you're a narcissist. I can't look at it like that because I think very highly of myself even on my bad days, and I'm not a narcissist at all. And I know narcissistic men that fit every category that word stands for. But women use that against us. But like she said, it's mostly women that fit every category on that. So I look at it like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, there is a lot. There's a significant, and I'm not gonna say that I'm understanding from what Lee and Justin saying that there is no difference. But this is why I asked the question, do y'all believe there's a difference between male and female narcissistic behavior? I'm just trying to get a yes or no, because when you do look up what a narcissistic woman looks like and a narcissistic man, you're going to see that the traits are not the same.
Yeah, which is why I said the form and the focus is different. That's why I said the form and the focus is different. At baseline, the definition is still the same. We know that at baseline, Webster's definition of narcissism is still the same. How they express it by the form and focus in male and female is going to be different. Because again, the men want dominance. A lot of the men want the dominance. The women want perception. So where you at men who are overt and boastful, and they try to create that situation in a relationship. The women would nurture you, and then slide it under the rug. Try to manipulate you emotionally. That's the difference. If you look at it from another perspective. Now, when you add an adjective in front of it, then you can say it's different, like covert narcissist. All those other adjectives you can add in front of it, like because there's a difference between a covert narcissistic woman and a covert narcissistic man. There's a big
Right,
difference.
because the intentions are different.
Are different, exactly.
Right. That's why I said significant difference, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was Googling narcissistic women, and then in the separate box I put narcissistic men. And as I'm reading side by side, there's differences. And I'm like, what the hell? So I had to dig a little deeper. That's why I said I wanted to get y'all perspective. But y'all saying that there is no difference, but okay.
Yeah, because it's like that's like saying, is there a difference between a male Republican and a female Republican, or a male liberal and a female liberal? There is no difference in their ideology. Now, they might use different words and they might go about it in different ways, but at its core, it's the same thing. Because when I first started learning about a narcissist, I thought I was a narcissist because I didn't know it was a bad word. It just means somebody who be feeling themselves. You feel me? And I'm like, I be feeling myself. You feel me? So
Well,
it's like, okay.
that's another thing too that I learned, is that there's healthy narcissism and then there's negative.
That's why I said there's a spectrum. That's just
So,
the
I
spectrum.
get it.
And that's why this is what happens with words, right? So a word will mean what it means. Then a particular species will get a hold of a word. They'll drag that shit to the moon, and now all of a sudden it's a spectrum. It was never supposed to be what you made it to begin with. You feel me? But y'all took it over there. Now we got to educate you.
Well, once there's you got to realize that once there's medicine or psychology that's put behind it, they're all and it's something that could be diagnosed.
Yeah,
they're always going to add a spectrum to it, because they got to be a good and a bad side to it.
Yep.
You got to always realize that.
But my issue is I don't want to say uneducated. The people that are running around recreating definition of words that don't apply. They don't want it to apply.
That's like women calling us sassy now. Like, really? Like, because we speak our mind. Like, yo, oh, you feeling real sassy? What?
Yep.
So you want to apply aggressive when a person is being assertive. You don't like the boundaries, so you're going, like you just said, just sassy, aggressive, and this, that, and third. When all it is just being assertive to say, yo, you ain't I'm not a pushover, or this is what I'm not going to tolerate. But it's all good.
Or they say if you speak it a certain way and you seem aggressive, they say you're being overbearing. Mm-hmm. Or like yo, really? Like I'm telling you the truth. Deal with it.
Even the term toxic masculinity is a contradiction in itself, because masculinity cannot be toxic. It doesn't even make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what happens, bro. We get these labels, and I know Kevin Sam used to talk about it all the time. He's like, look, when they're losing an argument, they're gonna shame and they're gonna insult you. That's all they're gonna do. Once they can't defeat the message, so they attack the person. It's a common tactic.
In an unhealthy person, in a traumatized person, yes. In a healthy female, or male, that's not going to happen. And I don't know if you guys have seen that, because I know you've seen healthy relationships where people are losing a battle and they literally give in, or they respect the situation. I've seen that, so I can't say that it's everybody. I see in a traumatized person, then yes. I mean, at the end of the day, look at it like this, Carl. Narcissistic, sassy, all these words, right? We use the same words. We call them a 304. We use the same words on the back end on the other side, right? So when we do that now, we kind of normalizing it. Let me ask you this question from both sides. So narcissistic, it's I lose if I win. I win if I lose. Toxic masculinity, same concept. Because if I'm man enough and I stand up, I'm too aggressive. I'm not good at. I'm blah blah blah. If I calm down and now I say, hey babe, I'm so sorry. I'm sassy. I'm too emotional. Can't win to lose. Same.
That's like telling. That's like telling a lot.
So much.
Hold on.
Can't win for losing.
From listening to what you just described, Lee, that's like telling a lion to roar quietly.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but all right. So go back to even the chat. Storytime said, however, a 2020 study found that females scored significantly higher on a vulnerable narcissism than males, but no gender differences were found in the grandiose. But narcissism. But do you see the words that are before narcissism? It goes back to what I said. When you add an adjective to something, it changes the narrative and the study and the situation, because at the end of the day, I'm narcissistic. Very much so.
I wonder did they interview, but I gotta ask, did they interview black people, different social levels, financial level? There's a lot to go.
Every millionaire is a narcissist.
Right.
And that's why
every athlete is a narcissist.
I said that about me. I was about to be like, hey, what makes me a narcissist?
Yeah.
Because look at the person. Let me ask you this. Look at the person that's doing 9 to 5 versus a person that runs their own business. The frustration is different. The pressures are different. The responsibilities are different.
Yeah, that's true. It's very, very true. And here's the thing. It's kind of like how, we get on women and we say, she's masculine because she's in a leadership role. Certain task requires a masculine frame and a masculine mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's just necessary in order to do this. So we all know that leadership is a male trait. Being assertive is a male trait.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. No, Lee, cut it out.
Cut it out.
I guarantee leadership is a male trait, and you know it, because leadership is a male trait because it comes with accountability.
Leadership is not a male trait, bro. It comes with everybody.
Now your narcissism is coming out, bro.
Yeah, and for the record, we're not going to have a repeat to 2-3 shows ago. All right, we're not having a superior complex Napoleon bullshit.
What are we doing? Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Who would you say leads countries more, men or women?
Women.
I don't care.
All right. Next subject. Y'all are tripping. Cut it out, Justin. You know what you do.
Listen. I appreciate the first black female police commissioner, NYPD. I appreciate her leadership.
Okay, but again, you're talking about 1%.
of France, a woman.
Say that again.
Ain't the Prime Minister of France a woman?
How's France doing right now?
I don't give a damn, but either which one.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
My question was, is the Prime Minister of France a woman? A lot of women, there's a lot of women that are in leader roles.
Name me one famous female leader in history. You can't use Cleopatra. Just name me one.
Jasmine Crockett and everybody's mother.
Did you just go there?
Whoa, I did.
Hold on. Did you just go there?
Queen of England.
No. I was going to say everybody's mother. But then I said Jasmine Crockett.
Women don't lead the family. What are y'all talking about?
Queen of England.
You're not listening. You got a problem with women that without them. Listen, hold on, Just.
I mean, women.
Go ahead. Come on. Let's have this conversation.
Just.
Come on.
We're not going to entertain. We're not going to entertain this too much. But let me tell you something, Dad. Every mother on this planet has a managerial job. That without that job, everything is not structured in chaos.
Hold on. Dapper.
Leadership.
Who led your household?
What do you think is leadership?
You think so?
I know so. What are you talking about?
Please, man.
He don't get it yet, do he?
What do you mean? You know what? So watch this, right?
Your mom had no play in that.
Bro, let me explain something to you, bro. Let me explain something to you. All right. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. You're not gonna give me the
smoking on here, but
I don't need y'all to smoke nothing. All right. This is a simple concept. This is a simple concept, bro.
I'm not triggered yet.
Men are leaders. The proof of that is history. Point blank, period. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna say this and I'm done with it.
Who led the household?
The father, the man led the household.
No, he was at war. Wait a minute. How can
my dad was in that war? Man, get that out of here. Your dad was in that war?
Listen. If you said history, the key word here that you said was history. Men was at war while the women nurse, administer first aid.
Hold on.
They're the ones that maintain the household.
Listen,
brother. Listen.
Y'all are going to say typical thing.
Listen, the women maintain. Listen, the woman maintained a space so when the man came home from war, there was a home.
Bro, see, let me explain something to y'all. Y'all do what a lot of women do, okay? Y'all feel like every time I tell you a woman's actual place, you think I'm degrading her. I'm not taking that
Nobody
away.
said that. Nobody said
Yeah,
that.
that's what y'all. That's how y'all acting.
But there's no place though.
That's how you
Listen, let me
There's
tell you what
no
you're doing, right?
place.
When I say
There-
that men are
Watch
leaders,
the
you know what
words that
do?
you use.
You try
There's
to
no
elevate
place.
the
Not what
woman
you say,
above
it's
the
how you
man.
say it, brother.
When
No.
I say
Listen what I'm
women are
saying to you.
leaders, you
What
try
I'm
to
saying-
elevate the
listen what
woman
I'm
above the man every time.
Let
I don't
me say
understand.
something.
No,
what y'all
what I
are
need
saying
you to
is
understand,
context.
instead of saying a woman's place, say purpose and design.
That's place,
Big
bro.
difference.
Y'all are
That's
sensitive.
place.
It's still a
Listen,
place.
listen.
It's still place.
Y'all are arguing contextual definitions.
You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like
what
y'all
I'm
are
saying,
tripping.
what I'm saying, all I said was he thought his, like you said, your dad ran the household. I said, okay.
Correct.
Your dad ran the household.
Correct.
Made sure food was on the table.
Yeah, my dad can cook. I don't know
Okay,
how y'all was raised, bro.
Hold up.
I don't know how y'all was raised, bro.
Hold up. So your dad ran that whole household. He cleaned, did everything.
So
Took care
cleaning
of
is not
y'all,
running
everything.
the house, bro. Cleaning is not running
That's
the
know
what
house.
I'm saying to you, just
Oh, no, I'm saying,
Y'all are
but
talking
you
about
said-
context. He does not see it in the same context as
Yeah,
leadership.
he's not seeing it in
what
the
we
same
see it.
context.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all are
So
arguing.
cleaning is a
about-
leadership
So
trait?
you think? So
No.
Hold
you
up.
think-
So the janitor run the school because he cleaned the school?
See what I'm saying to you? He's not
Yeah.
looking at it in the same context that we are looking at
Because
it.
that context doesn't make any sense.
It
Cleaning
to
is
you,
not
it
a
might
part
not.
of
Hold
leadership.
on. Dapper. To you, it might not. But stereotypical society in society today is different from society and leadership was back.
Cleaning is a part of leadership?
You're not hearing what I'm saying to you, Dapper. Let me finish.
Not listening.
In the context of where we're coming
He's not
from, the societal.
processing. He hears you. He's
Listen
not
what I'm saying to
processing.
you. You are looking at it from your context and what you see in society today. What we saw as leadership in our own context, in our societal impact, and the stereotypes and all that is different from what you're seeing.
I'm gonna say it like this: your dad may have been the president, but your mom was the Secret Service.
That's where he's coming
What's
from.
wrong with y'all, bro? So listen, all right. Listen what
Well,
I'm trying.
guess
This is what I
what?
keep telling y'all.
I got some bad news for you. Without the man, remember what you're saying, because we've been down this rabbit hole. The man asks the woman to marry. The woman decides if you're going to lead her. You're elected to lead by her saying yes. You're only a leader.
So I'm gonna ask. So then you're proving my previous statement that leadership is a male trait.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
If the woman
It's an
has to
elected.
select the leader,
Do you
then
understand?
When
that
you
means
are
it's not a
so-
female
but
task
that-
to lead. You're contradicting yourself, bro.
No, it's not a contradiction. You are elected to lead when you have proven yourself to have leadership skills.
Okay, so who was elected to lead?
So Dapper,
Hold up. Answer the question. Who was elected to lead?
Hold on, Dapper. I'm about to shut you down for 1 second. I'm gonna show
ahead, bro.
you. I'm gonna have this conversation, Carl. Just give me 1 second. Dapper, I will hear where you're coming from. Because you're looking at who's in the position. That's totally different from the actual leadership. If you're looking at who's in the position, that's fine. Most of the presidents, let me finish. Most of the presidents have been men. But when you look at everything on the combination of who makes the decision, it's not him. He has people behind him, men and women, who actually help make those decisions. In the position, yes, the majority of it has been men. But again, when you look at leading, it's totally that's what I'm saying to you. When you're looking at the position versus the actual action, that's
I'm
totally
looking at
different.
both.
You can't
Let me ask you
both.
something. Hold on. Let me ask you a
look at
question.
both.
Hold on, Lee. Let me ask you a question. Dapper, can you fix the sink?
Yeah,
Okay. You're a leader?
I am a leader, but it's not because I can fix a damn sink.
No, listen carefully. How are you going to fix that sink if you don't have no tools? So who's the leader now?
Me. What are you talking about, Carl? I'm still the leader. Can the
The
tools fix the
person,
sink without me?
the
Answer my
person,
question. Can the
the
tools fix the
person.
sink without me? Can the tools think on their own, Carl? Can the tools assess
Listen,
the problem? Answer the
listen.
question.
If you don't
Answer
have
the
the
question.
necessary,
That's
listen.
what I thought.
If you
Answer
don't
the
have the
question.
necessary tools, you can't lead shit.
That's BS, Carl. You know why?
Okay.
Tools were invented to make the things we were already doing easier, which
All right,
means
keep
there
up-
is no
keep up
tool
with
that has been
Listen.
invented where the thing was not already being done. That tools just make the job
Listen,
easier. Cut it out.
I'm not going to
Cut it
debate any more Group
Good. Change the
1
subject.
versions of what leadership is, by men
Y'all
that think they
tripping, bro.
men because they want to step into marriages and relationships without the tools necessary to maintain the
Carl,
skills of leadership.
how did we get here by me saying leadership is a male trait? You literally just
You
said the woman
are
has
a-
to select. Carl, let me ask you a question. Have you
I
ever
love you to
selected a woman
death.
to lead you? Have you
I
ever
love you.
selected a woman to lead you?
I had a woman lead me. It's called a lieutenant, a sergeant, a police commissioner,
You're not
and they
answering
was
my
all black.
question. I said, have you ever selected a woman to lead you? So you see a girl that you like at the restaurant. You gonna sit down and let her lead?
She is leading
You
because
gonna let her
her
plan the
input.
dates?
Let me tell
You
you
gonna let
something
her
about
plan the date?
leadership. Let me
You're
tell
not
you about
answering a single one
leadership.
of my questions, bro. You
No,
dodging
I'm
every
going to
question I
explain it
ask
to
you.
you. The thing I love about leadership is that woman's input
Oh my
is
God.
very valuable.
No one
order
is
for you to
ignoring
lead.
that, Carl. But in order to be a leader, you have to be accountable. And we all know women struggle with that. You cannot be a leader unless you are responsible. Point blank, period. You cannot have leadership without accountability. Do women in mass have accountability? Yes or no?
Wait.
You was
Yes
born.
or
You was
no?
born too late.
Hold on. You got
You was
Yes
born too late.
or no?
You hold on, Judge.
Hold on, Carl.
You was born too late. You
No
should have
question
been
can be
around
answered.
during the
Hold on,
70s and the
Carl. I got the perfect
60s.
example.
You should have been around during the 1400s
I
when
got a
women didn't
perfect
have the
example.
right to vote. Maybe you would understand what leadership looked like then.
You sound like a black Archie Bunker right now.
I don't care what I sound like because I'm talking the
fellas.
truth, and you don't
You
like
have
it.
kids?
Just
You have
D,
kids?
just D.
Go ahead,
Do
Justin.
you have kids?
No, I don't have no children.
Okay. When you have kids, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you one thing, and
Okay.
it come down to the rest of your family and everything. When they want to do something for the kids, who they gonna go to? You or the mother?
When they need something to say that again?
When they want to do something for the kids or anything, who they gonna call first? You or the mother?
It just depends on the family dynamic.
No. It never is. I've seen this 100% through every black, Latino, everything. Who they call first?
Well, for me, I go to my dad first because I know that
Listen
whatever
what I'm
my
saying
dad
to you.
says
Listen
is
what
going to
I'm
be
saying to
law.
you.
My
Listen what I'm
mom
saying
is
to
not
you.
going to override my dad. So as an
That's what I'm
intelligent
saying to
person,
you. You didn't hear my
I don't
question.
go to my mom.
You didn't hear my question.
I heard your question. You
I
said if they
said,
wanted to do
if you
something with
have
the
kids,
family,
if you have
right?
kids,
Yeah.
if you have kids,
hmm
and she has a kid, you have the kid equally.
Okay.
Who would your family call first? You or their mother?
They call me now, bro.
No, you're not.
Just
I'm
D,
answering. See,
you guys
look,
are-
watch this,
you
watch
guys
this.
are
Let me
literally
hold
arguing
up.
the
Let me
context
get a
of
minute.
fulfilling
Let me
that.
get 60 seconds. Let me get 60
Good
seconds.
luck on that
Let me
breastfeeding.
finish. Let me finish. Now I'm gonna ask this, Carl. You got kids.
What?
Who you calling first?
Who's calling who first?
Oh
They
my
always call
If your
God,
family
bro.
want to do something, if your family want to do something with the kid and the kids with the mother, or both y'all at the same time, who they call first?
They always call the mother first. The schools call the mother first. Anytime there's something at the school, they always call the mother first. They don't call the father first.
See,
Anytime
now
with
I'm
any
at.
of my kids,
Look.
any of my
Let me
kids,
show you
I'm
something,
standing
bro.
right there.
Give
I'm
me
standing
1
right
minute.
there. Hold on, let me
Give
tell
me
you.
1 minute, bro.
Let me tell you. This is how you know your women's leader in their household and everything. Because every time I have had my kids, all 4 of my kids, my family called the mother first.
That don't mean she the leader, bro.
No, either which way. But you saying they can't have leadership role. But right
That's
there,
not what I said.
that's
That's what I'm saying. We have context. We're arguing context here, fellas. That's what I'm trying to
No,
explain
we're
to y'all.
arguing utter fuckery and foolishness.
I
No,
understand.
no,
I
we're not.
understand the
This
difference
cannot be.
between.
This is a
Hold on for a
simple
second.
matter, bro.
Can I chime in for a second, fellas? We're arguing from a context of stereotypes and society.
No, this is not a
Dapper, let me
stereotype.
let me finish, Dapper. Stereotype meaning societal facts, meaning that society has always put a male in a leadership role, so that your mind is now programmed to say it's a masculine trait. That's what society has done.
That's
That's
not
what
a
I'm trying to explain to you.
societal thing.
Listen what I'm saying to you. You might not agree, but there's studies that have shown that.
You ever read your Bible, bro?
Oh my God,
Here
here
you
we
go with
go.
your context. Like I just said that. Listen what I'm saying to you. You're not listening what I'm
I
saying.
see
Listen
where
what I'm
this
saying
is
to you.
going.
I'm not saying
And I
you're
keep
wrong,
telling you,
Pepper.
stop
What
believing
I'm
that because
saying
Bible's
is,
written by a man.
yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong,
Everything
Dapper.
is written by men.
Dapper, I'm
Just
not saying that.
everything
Dapper, you're not
is.
listening what I'm saying. Dapper, you're
So
not listening
now
what I'm saying.
that should tell you right there.
So we should have believed nothing ever written then.
That's not what I'm saying to
So
you.
all
Listen to what I'm
every
saying.
conversation we have should just
Sir,
be
I'm
thrown
not saying
out.
that you're wrong.
Listen,
I'm not saying
listen.
that you
Hold
were
on,
wrong. I
Lee.
never said you were wrong.
Lee, since he said that, do you know how many men existed treating women as slavery.
What does that have to do with leadership, Carl?
Again, fellas, can we move on? Because again, it's context and stereotype. Dapa is in a society where again, men are in the men are put in these leadership positions. So that's formulation.
No,
that's
men
different.
are not put there. They take the position.
No, they don't, Dapa. No, they don't. No, they don't, sir. No, they don't. Let's be realistic here.
Yo,
Society
if they take the position, nigga, they would be spending billions of dollars on OnlyFans.
No, they
Stop
don't.
it.
They would not. I'm not going to give you. I can say you're correct before because that's your point. That's your opinion. But men don't take anything. It's given.
Niggas can't even take life insurance. What the fuck?
Hold on. So let me get this straight. Explain to me. Hold on. Explain to me how a war works.
What part of the war?
Just a war. How does a war work?
What part? You want to know?
Any part. How does a war work?
If you're looking at the part before you go to war.
Salute to all our black women.
That's not the war.
Yes, it is.
That's not the war.
Listen.
No. Bro, listen. Y'all gonna give me this minute or not, bro?
Hold on. Let me take a second to salute all the black women, infantry, leadership position in the military that's been there for the last 20, 30 years before Dapper even had a dick. Salute to y'all women.
Oh, shit. Let's move on. Dapper, that's what I'm saying to you. We're not going to move the goalposts. You ask a direct question. You said war. You'll give me a whole spectrum of war. I can give you multiple parts of a war.
No. See, listen. I'm going to take a minute, all right? Give me a minute, because here's what's happening with y'all, man. Here's what's happening. I honestly believe, and y'all going to give me this minute. Just give me this minute. I honestly believe that y'all are afraid of women, okay? Now, here's why I say that. Give me my minute. First of all, here's why I would say that. Anytime I ask you a question, you never answer the question. When you ask me a question, I answer the question. What it seems like is that you are afraid to tell the truth because you know the truth is going to hurt some ladies' feelings. But here is the facts of it all. Men do not have to ask to be leaders. They take the position. The reason I asked you how a war works is simple. Men fight wars. The reason that they fight wars is because they have something called power. Power is the ability to gain results. If I'm having a conversation with somebody and I say the sky is orange and they say the sky is blue and I beat them in a fight, the sky now becomes orange because might will always make right. Now, to call your point, the reason that they call the mother first is because in the way y'all grew up, the mother was the only one that was there. They didn't have a dad to call. The dad wasn't on the list because when the dad is on the list, you know what they do? They call the father. And guess what the father does? He sets things right. Y'all keep on thinking because I'm telling you, bro, it's only been 47 seconds, but I can't even get a minute. I'm trying to address 10 minutes of nonsense that y'all
keep going. Stop going sideways. Keep going.
You feel me? It's a simple thing. Leadership is a male trait because we are responsible. When a relationship fails, no one looks at the woman. They always look at the man. When even women right now, if you see a single woman on the street, she don't got no money, everybody asks the same question: where your baby daddy at? I'm lying? Oh, okay, cool. So in order for you to be the leader, you have to be responsible. And men are always responsible. That's why they have to ask us for the right to vote.
Well,
see what I'm saying? Salute. We don't gotta ask nobody for the right to vote. We took it.
Salute.
As simple as that.
Salute. Listen.
Let's move on, Carl, because his position is from a different perspective.
Yeah.
It's not no different perspective. This is the way the world has always worked. I don't know what y'all.
That's your world, Dapper. That's your world.
Let me change this up.
We live in the same place.
No,
listen.
We might be. Hold on, Carl.
No.
We might be in the same place, but not in the same mindset.
Bro, y'all could
let's get. You might be in the same place, but we're not in the same mindset.
This man said Jasmine Crockett is state representative, bro. Find me women that are just running the country. All the men submit to the women. The men gotta ask the women to vote. The men gotta ask women to this.
Again,
Just
you're
give
speaking
me an
from
example of that,
society.
and y'all got it.
I didn't try to bring
Why you
to
keep
figure out
making
what.
these? Hold on. Why
He's
you
talking
keep
society.
making these comments? And you know damn well there are men that would do anything to keep women down.
Bro, first of all, that does not listen. This is what you like to do. When I make a point, you try to make another point that's irrelevant to my point. It's called a
No,
straw
he's
man
but no,
argument.
but you're
Hold
not
on,
looking at the
Justy.
reality.
So
You're
Justy,
not looking
because
at
they're
the
gay niggas,
reality
that
of
mean
it.
there's no straight niggas.
It's
You're not.
it's
You just proved
2025
our point,
and men
Dapper.
are
You
still
just by saying
intimidated
that, Carl,
of
hold on,
females being
Carl.
supervisors and
Who the
Carl,
bosses.
hold
heck,
on.
Carl? That's a small
Carl, Dapper,
percentage. You think
Dapper, hold on
majority
for a
of men are
second.
intimidated by a woman
Young King,
supervisor?
hold on for a second. Dapper, you just proved our point by what you just said. Say that again. That because they're what?
I said just because they're gay men doesn't
Don't
mean
mean
straight
they're
men don't
straight men.
exist.
Which is the reason why we're saying just because men lead don't mean they're not women leaders.
I
We're
never
not
said
disagreeing.
there wasn't.
I'm no,
I
no,
just
No,
that's
said
what we're trying to give you. But
Dapper.
all we're
But you
saying, you're not
said
listening. You're not
I
listening.
never
Listen what I'm
once
saying.
denied that.
And the same thing, we're not denying. We're not
Okay,
denying what
Yes,
listen.
you're
you
saying.
are. When he
Listen.
asked me a question, he said,
Yo,
"Who ran
yo,
your
yo,
house?"
yo,
I
yo,
said, "My
yo, yo,
father." He
yo.
said, "No."
Okay, and we
Hello,
Y'all are
said that and
denying
we
hello,
what
gave you
I'm
that. We
saying.
hello,
gave you that. Listen,
hello.
fellas. But
We
Carl, let me
are
finish.
a wrap.
No,
We
let me finish,
have.
Carl. Carl, hold on.
I
Let me
got
Yeah, we
four
gotta
finish.
more
go
to
to
go,
another
bro,
point.
and I'm looking
Hold
at
on
the
for a
clock.
second.
I
Hold
gotta
on.
be
We're having a
mindful.
conversation. Hold on.
Now we do gotta have the clock though. We gotta watch the clock.
We're not arguing with you from a different. Well, I'm saying that you're contextualizing the definition of leadership because of what you see in society. That's what I'm saying from a
And
different
that's what a
perspective.
dictionary is for,
And
Lee.
that's what
So you
I'm
mean I'm
saying to
using
you.
observation?
And that's what I'm saying, which is fine. That is your observation. But you cannot knock us and say that we are, if you want us to give you that, you also got to return the favor and say what we're saying is our
You don't have
observation.
to. You don't
Bro, we
have
No,
to.
can't,
no,
When
we
he
no,
gets
can't,
no, no,
we
older,
because
cannot
I can
in
tell you right
truth
now. I can
observe
tell
two
you right
things that are
now.
contradicting. We
you
can't do
can
that.
no,
That's
it's
impossible.
contradicting Dapper. It's
I want
contradicting
to
you.
hold on. I want to address one question.
It's contradicting you because of what you're saying, right? Hold on, Jesse. It's contradicting you, Dapper, because what you're the one having this conversation. I guarantee you, just like you can go find people who agree with you, we can find people who disagree with us. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. We're contextualizing this argument based on observation on our
Yeah, but
opinion.
truth does not come from
That's your
consensus.
truth, Dapper. You
No,
don't
that's a fact. Truth can't
no,
come
it's
from
not. That's
consensus.
your
Okay,
again.
you want
You're
facts?
still not understanding what I'm saying to you.
Oh,
Everything you're
I
let
hear
me,
saying
you,
is
let
Jack.
me,
not truth or fact,
hello,
Dapper.
hello, hello. Let Just say what he got to say, but I really want to get into number two because
All
we
right,
We do
still
it
got
again.
more
I don't
subjects
mind.
to
absolutely.
I'll have this
cover.
conversation all day. Y'all know me. I ain't
Okay,
gonna
hold
Yeah,
run
on,
away
we
hold
from
on,
the
know,
hold on.
we
conversation.
know, and
Dapper,
that's
Yeah,
why I
okay,
got to
cool.
cut it short. I'm
Dapper,
looking
That's
at
how
the
I would
clock.
move.
Dapper.
All right,
There's
Damn all of
go
29.
that.
ahead, Jess.
There's
So
29 countries right now with women that hesitate. 19 of them are women that heads of government.
Okay, and there's over.
Right now, your mindset is America, right?
No, it's not. It's the whole world, bro.
The whole world. So
How many
Queen of
countries are in the
England.
world?
How the 29 countries that have women heads of state and heads of government?
Okay, and how many?
Not,
Hold on, watch this. You're talking about a small percentage.
That's not a
it's
small
not a
percentage.
small
Actually.
percentage, bro.
That's not a
So
Don't
small
how
you
many
ever,
percentage.
countries are in? Watch
hold on.
this. Watch this.
Listen, do
Watch
you
this.
ever read Forbes magazine of
I
how
used
many
to I used
women?
to in the back of the day.
Oh, well, you need to play catch up.
I see what you did there,
Anyway,
but
let me get on to my next one. Thank you, gentlemen.
Cause
What
y'all be
is
smoking.
a hello? What is a responsible character to you?
What you mean?
What is a responsible character? When you're vetting, when you're vetting or interacting with someone, what is it about their character that tells you they're responsible?
Basically, they telling themselves. People telling themselves. That's basically it. Once you listen, you can hear it when the first conversation.
you just D. Let's cut this short because
Yeah,
what
please.
Carl just did was fed Dapper more ammunition. You're not
Bro,
realizing
y'all are
what you
funny,
just
bro.
did. You just
I
fed me
was like,
more
yo,
ammunition,
people
bro.
telling themselves. That's how I know. That's
Yeah,
how I
and
know
we're
if
gonna go
somebody's
back down the
responsible or not.
same
They
rabbit
telling
hole.
themselves.
No, I'm not. Listen.
Let's move on, man.
I'm
Listen.
gonna let y'all have that, bro.
No, listen. Listen, this is totally. I understand what you're thinking. Bear with me, Lee. When we're vetting in a relationship or when we're interacting with anybody, what about a person's character that says to you they're responsible? That's all I want to know. If
I
you
mean, there's a
wanted
lot
to,
of things. There's a lot of
There's
things
a
you can
lot
look
of
at.
there's a lot of things, but like I said, when somebody opens their mouth, it tells me exactly what I need to hear.
okay, I'm gonna put myself out there and say, what character would stand out to make me say they're responsible would be their patterns, consistency.
That
My
could be another.
observational learning of their consistency and their pattern. That
That
would
could
tell
be,
me if they're responsible.
that could be a part of the representative when they first meet you.
I heard that talk. We probably want to do that representative talk too, because that's a great concept.
The thing about representatives is that they can't keep up for so long. There's some things in life that cannot be camouflaged and you cannot fake.
See,
Like,
let me tell you why this is a let me tell you why this thought process is an issue, bro. This thought process really does keep people single because all we ever do is talk as if everyone is simply trying to fake it. They're gonna put their best foot forward because there's some demon hidden in the back. But the thing that's funny is people forget that also applies to you. Everybody puts their best foot forward. It doesn't mean that they're being fake or they're being hollow. It's that in every situation, you're not gonna come into a new situation with your baggage. That would be irresponsible. So for me, if I'm talking to you and you leading with problems, I know you're irresponsible because I got hella problems that you will never know about. You feel me? Because I'm responsible with my words. It shows that, listen, I don't need to put that on you. At the end of the day, Carl's, like you say, interdependency, right? Well, isn't timing on when you share information a part of interdependency? You don't need to know that part of my life yet. We're just getting to know each other. So I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm simply being responsible with when I tell you something. Just like you don't tell a 4-year-old about sex. You feel me? It's timing. You're gonna tell them eventually, but they don't need to know that about now. Baby food. There's a book that y'all don't like that I bring up that talks about that. You know what I'm saying? You give the baby the soft food, and then you bring the steak later for the adults.
You
Yeah,
can't feed
you know what
baby
I'm
steak.
saying?
You can't feed baby steak.
Can't feed a baby steak.
Can't feed baby steak. Let's
And
not.
you can't feed a baby steak. And sometimes the relationship is a baby. The
In the
relationship right now, it
conversation of the
can't
thing
handle
you're
steak.
having.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
can't
can't
understand.
handle steak right now. It just can't.
Okay, Dapper, I see where you're going, sir. Let's
I
take
don't
this.
see where he's going because the analogy
Carl,
doesn't connect.
Carl, let it go. Let it
But
go, Carl.
go ahead.
Let it go, brother.
Yeah. Anyway,
Responsibility and character.
so
It's
what we got
hold
from
on, let
that
me answer,
short
Carl.
hold on.
Answer
So what we got for that short question is Justice saying it's a lot of different factors.
yeah,
Dapper
variables.
is saying, I don't know what the hell he said because he was all over the place. And Lee, you never answered the question.
So for me, again, it depends. This is where I will give Dapper his flowers. It depends on the situation. The reason being, because for me to worry about if you're responsible, it has to benefit me. So I'm looking for your social responsibility, emotional responsibility, things like that. Now, if I was to look at having a conversation with you, like you said, steak versus feeding the baby, your emotional intelligence responsibility is what I would look at. Your
I'm gonna say
how you speak, how your emotions carry what you say, how you show certain things. Now from there, as he said, you can have now the conversation can go a little further. Now we can talk about the other versions of responsibility. But at first, your emotional intelligence, because then I can talk to you and we can have a conversation. So that's what I look for.
I like asking questions that seem on the surface. It seems like something easy to answer, but when I study shit, it's more about saying the response. Is it a selfish response or is it a response that has to contribute to both people benefiting from it? That's why I asked that question. Because a lot of times when we're looking at other people, are we responding in a way to say what benefits ourselves or something that benefits both of us?
At first,
I
it
don't
always
think
benefits
anybody
yourself.
goes into a
Yeah,
situation
it
thinking
benefits yourself at
about
first.
benefiting the other person.
Yeah,
That's
it
just
always
not a
benefits yourself
normal
first.
thing to do.
Yeah,
You
that,
feel
Well,
that's
me?
see,
automatic.
that's why I asked that, because with interdependency, vulnerability is open. There's no sucking and diving when you're trying to put shit on layaway because you're trying to protect your vulnerability. You come in with intentions, the vulnerability is on the table.
Aren't vulnerabilities supposed to be protected, Carl?
No, not overprotected.
Until you gain that trust, it is.
Not overprotected.
Carl, this is
Once you gain that trust.
No, I need you to understand what I just said. It is overprotected.
Carl, I don't think you can overprotect.
Oh, yes. People
Carl,
are so overprotected of their vulnerability that they don't allow people in.
What Carl is speaking of is being guarded. That's totally different from being overprotected. You're guarded because once that wall is broken down by the male or the female,
it's gone.
It's gone. So if that's the difference between being guarded and overprotected. Now, overprotected is once the wall is broken down. And
like you're always waiting for the shoe. You're always waiting for the shoe to drop or something negative because you can't believe that this actually works.
That's trauma.
See, y'all need.
That's totally different.
Exactly.
Y'all need to get. This is what y'all need to do, man. Y'all need to start reading, man. Y'all need to get this book. Skilled with People.
We're not doing book promos up here.
It's not a promo. I don't make no money from the book. But see, this is the thing, bro. I'm an avid reader, right? I read a lot of books. Okay.
No, hold on.
The thing that
you say you choose to read books that support what you believe in. Start with that.
That's not how that works. No, that's not how that works. See, when you say something like that, you say that what
you are trying to figure the hell out of them tonight. I don't know why.
It don't even make sense, right? You can't say you choose to read a book that you believe in because you don't know what's in the book yet.
Hold on. So when you pick a title of the book, how do you pick a book you read? I wanted you to say that. How do you pick a book that you read, Dapper? Tell me now. Bro,
I look at the book. I look at the title and then the back of the book.
And it has to go with what?
And it has to be interesting to you.
For you based on what you want to read.
Exactly.
Yeah, what you want to read, but it doesn't necessarily mean what you want to believe because if that was the case.
No, I said what you believe in. I didn't say what you want to believe. I said what you believe in.
I've read the Quran. Does that make me a Muslim?
You read
but you're not reading Victoria's Secret either, are you?
You want to contradict
Victoria's Secret?
Exactly. Exactly.
Listen,
that's not exactly what.
You're not a woman, so why would you be reading Victoria's Secret?
Hold on, fellas. There is a reason that a man would read Victoria's Secret, so he knows what to buy her. What I said was, why would I read that?
But that's what I'm trying to explain to you. The reason why you would is because you want to understand, based on if you want to now defend, and that's what I just said. What you believe.
But does it mean I don't believe in Victoria's Secret because I didn't read it?
I never said you didn't. I never said. Who are you talking about? All I said to you is it benefits
you're gonna
you based
pick
off
a
what
book based on what I believe.
You want me to use terminology that it benefits you then?
Yeah, benefits makes more sense than believe.
Okay, so contextualizing again, just to make you feel better. Okay, benefits.
Not to make me feel better. Believe and benefit are two completely different words.
Dapper, if you just agreed with me by you changing the words, you understood what I was saying. You're arguing with me because you can.
No. See, that doesn't make any sense. That's like me saying, Lee, you're a fool. And then I say, you're not a fool. You're actually intelligent. And then you agree with that because that's the better word. You're not a fool. You're intelligent. So use the right word. Believe and benefit are not synonyms. They're not similar at all. They cannot be interchanged.
I never said that. But you're the one who said that. You're the one who said that. I said, all I said was I'm changing it to that. Does that make it sound better for you?
I'm gonna try not to be
saying. You agree. You agree. Did I say the same?
I'm gonna try not to be triggered tonight by any one of y'all.
Never said the same, sir.
But I'm gonna say this.
I just said doesn't make it. Hold on. All I said to you, Dapper, was what? Does that make it sound better? And you said yes. I never said it was the same, sir.
Makes it better.
Yeah, I don't care what it sounds like. I never said it was the same.
All right, guys. All right. Next question.
I'm gonna try not to be triggered tonight.
Next
question.
I'll
call it triggered.
I gotta say this to you, Dapper. The best wordsmiths type of dudes are not intelligent just because they're good with formulating words. Okay?
Say that again.
The best guys that know how to be the wordsmith, gift the gab, does not make them intelligent.
That's a false statement. It might not make them the most intelligent, but it
they're
is
more
a form
intelligent
of
than the person you're
intelligence to
talking to.
command words. It's actually the
Yeah,
most
they're
formidable
more
thing you
intelligent than the person
can
you're
do
talking to.
is to have a command of words. So
I
I would have to
will give you
refute
that
that
one.
statement.
And
Yeah,
then
you failed. Good
now,
try though.
hold on,
Don't
Dapper.
fake
Let's
it
flip
till
it,
you
Carl.
make it. That's all I'm
Carl.
saying.
So, Carl,
I'm
let
not
me ask
faking
you this.
shit.
Dapper. Hold on, Dapper.
Come
Let's
on,
have a
Lee.
conversation,
Can I
Carl.
get to number 3?
Hold on, I want to ask you something. So, if that does not make him intelligent, does the person who doesn't understand it make him dumb?
So yes, intelligence is going to be based on comprehension. If Einstein
Dapper,
said
I
that
didn't
if you
say you, Dapper.
cannot,
I was asking Carl. I knew that. I
oh,
was
you was
going to
asking
Carl to
Carl. I
answer the
thought you said
question.
Dapper.
If
No, I
I
said,
can listen, if you're trying to run your gift to gab and I see through you, you're not as intelligent as you think.
but if you're not understanding, you're still not seeing through me. That's why I'm asking you a question. You
See,
got to
Carl,
make
you're
that
doing the same thing that you do with women. Just because you're more intelligent than somebody doesn't mean they're not intelligent. It just means you're at a higher level.
That's what I'm.
You
And
do the
that
same. You do the same shit. I keep
I'll get
telling
into
y'all,
that.
bro. Just because a man can do things more and better than a woman, it doesn't mean a woman is trash at it. It doesn't mean a woman can't. It just means the man excels at that. So just like you're talking to somebody and you can see through their words, it doesn't mean that they're stupid. It just means you're smarter than them. You're both intelligent. You're just more intelligent. Does that make sense to you?
I am so glad this show is recorded, and I'm gonna show you a contradiction another time.
What
Number 3.
contradiction?
Number 3. Citizens in relationships, fellas. Now this is a serious conversation. I want this to really go viral. I want people to start having these type of conversations. Citizenship and relationship. Ladies, make sure he is a legal citizen. You do not want ICE banging down your door.
Yo, this is
I
not.
don't
Is this
care
the
what you think,
conversation you want to
brother.
have?
Yes, yes,
Carl, you
yes.
was born here.
I want to know from a Jamaican, from an African, from any one of you dudes. Yes, yes.
Hold up.
Yo,
Hold on. Everybody here was born here except for what? Lee, right?
I wasn't born here either. I'm Jamaican.
Right. So let's do it. Hey, Judge, he's in Florida. We know what time it is.
Yo, I was just talking to Ice early today, man. I made a bad joke about some Mexicans on the roof. It was a funny joke. It was a good joke.
My question is what? Like citizenship, relationship.
This don't make no damn sense, bro.
Because I'm like, my pop side is Jamaican, and my mom is from Virginia. So it's like, what? I was born in Jersey. I'm like, damn, you a citizen or not?
You feel me? This don't even make no sense, bro.
Like,
you know how many women are citizens right now because they married a dude? Come on, Carl, cut it out.
I dated plenty of women that wasn't full on citizens. They had
green card off a visa, that black visa.
But what I'm saying, listen, Judge, what I'm asking with all kidding aside is, do we have to configure that now because of the current situation that ICE is pulling all over America?
No.
Do we want to have any parts of that?
We are not worried about that. It's the whole point. The whole point.
It's not going to affect our lives.
If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. ICE ain't nothing but freaking bullies. They trying.
No, I get what they are. I'm not taking away.
Y'all made legal look for his green card, bro. Why y'all brought up the conversation?
The setup was set when they put the immigrants and stuff in the different cities. The setup was already being set.
I get that.
They implemented ICE for that bullshit. Now my whole thing is, you want to help these people, but do you want to send them back? And that's where it's fucked up with me, because now you trying to kick people doors in for nothing.
But
these ICE agents act like you can't tell who American and who's not.
See,
I'm trying to.
They said, I want to know if you're American. I said, you want to see my trunk?
And then you got to think about what happened in Chicago. You up in Caprini Green, busting down doors for what? Like it made no sense. You know these black people live here. You know they're American. But then you want to kick their doors and bring them out with the kids and stuff.
But I need you to help me.
This is a racist cop's paradise right now.
This is what I'm trying to do here, brother. The question conversation is geared towards the isolation. Dapper, you met a beautiful woman last night at the comedy club.
Bro, you watching me, bro? Hey, what's up, Carl, bro?
And for wherever she's from, exotic, whatever, she looks good, all of that. Are you factoring in that if she tells you she wasn't born in the United States, do you factor in that if you pursue or keep entertaining, there's a chance that while she comes over to your house to smash, have dinner, whatever, ICE can bust down your door to get after her? That's all I'm asking.
Hold on.
Carl, I'm asking you a simple question.
Before there was an ICE, nobody was thinking about that.
Thank you. Nobody ever thinks about that.
Asking.
Nobody ever thinks about that, Carl. But even if they did, what that got to do with me? I think there was a movie like that where the dude was with the girl. They bust in the house and she jumped through the window. It was immigration was looking for her. What I'm gonna do, Carl? I'm just gonna be like, shit, I ain't know. So now what you telling me is when I get to my date, I gotta get your credit score, right? I gotta see. I gotta see if you're a narcissist or not. I gotta get the paperwork from your therapist, and now I gotta take you a
life
citizen.
insurance. She gotta have life insurance.
I gotta check life insurance. Gotta check life insurance. You feel me? And we can't even go to a restaurant because I gotta make sure she can cook. Like, bro, this is getting ridiculous, bro. No one is gonna date. No one is gonna date. Like, everybody's just gonna be single. But guess what? People ain't gonna stop fucking. So what you think that's gonna do?
So
exactly
we don't. So what you're saying is, if we don't ask the right questions, we're gonna keep circling this.
It's not about
trauma.
the question.
Listen, we're gonna keep circling these trauma building experiences because the issue that we've always discussed before is the lack of vetting. We're not asking the right questions. We're not.
Carl, you know somebody who got trauma from losing their girlfriend to ICE, Carl? You know somebody with that kind of trauma?
Yeah, like we weren't thinking about that before ICE came home.
Let me take you back to something during the 90s. I'm gonna take it back. Just bear with me, bro, because you was part of this too. Remember, during the 90s, a chick would meet you in the street, wherever, and y'all kicking it. And she asks you what you do for a living, and you say, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm in the pharmaceutical business, whatever. And it's not till later she finds out you're a crack dealer, a dope dealer, whatever. Now she has to risk her or her children or her household because guess what? DEA is banging down her door to look for you.
And that's what the woman wanted.
Carl.
So all I'm saying is fast forward to now, with immigration being a big issue, ICE is running around doing what the fuck they want to do. Are we taking that in consideration or are we ignoring it?
Carl.
That's what I'm asking.
Carl. Yeah, I was down that era, but my thing is that's totally two different contexts, man. Because that's telling somebody what you do in lieu to breaking the law.
Exactly.
ICE is kicking down doors on American citizens, accusing them until they prove paperwork. Either they prove paperwork or other Americans come looking for them. Now, my thing to you is you talking about with citizenship and for a relationship. I don't know how many women I dated that were not from here, from America.
But are we more
100% either from Africa, from Japan, or China?
Okay.
Even when it is from Honduras, Dominican Republic, or even down as far as Italy. My thing to you is like you're not really going to hold that against them to be in a relationship. Whoever you want to be in a relationship with, did they choose you? You choose them. That's on y'all.
Yeah, and then if you get married, it solves the citizenship problem anyway.
It don't matter if you get to the point where y'all get married. She's an American citizen automatically.
Passport, bros.
So
let me.
Carl, this must have been a you question.
Hold on.
Okay,
hold on.
Please.
Let me finish. But then you gotta look at it like this. We came from that shit. We didn't ask them. They had an accent. Where you from? That's it. That's about.
It was exotic. We didn't care.
We didn't care.
But this is my point that I'm making, and I think y'all brothers is not really. I don't want to say on board, but understanding the real question.
But let me finish. Now, would that be a problem now? that would not be I would look at it like this. I'm not being selfish, but that would not be a problem for me.
It's not a problem for anybody.
It's not a problem for it's not a problem for anybody.
Not a problem for anyone.
But it's only a problem if the person is here illegal.
So Lee, let me ask you a question, Lee. At all costs, as a single man, do you protect your peace?
What do you mean? I'm lost on that question.
No, the answer will always have to be no, because to invite a woman into your life is gonna ruin your peace. So it's gonna be a no.
What is wrong with you?
You said
Carl, it goes both ways, bro.
Hold
it goes
on,
both ways. Any relationship you add, your peace is gonna come up, because now you're gonna worry about that.
No, bro. What's wrong with you?
I disagree with that.
Carl, you're gonna worry about that person. It's just like
no.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Stop.
No.
Because the question was to him, not to you. And furthermore, that's so negative, I can't even entertain it.
It's not negative. Listen to what I'm saying before you attack me. If you have a child, your peace is affected because you're gonna worry about the child.
No.
If I have a woman, I'm worried about her safety. I'm wondering, is she
that
okay?
doesn't disrupt my peace
tonight? All right, Carl, you got it. It's like common sense.
I'm going to answer both questions. Your second question, my peace. Again, a woman comes in, she does not disrupt my peace. She enables my peace. She adds to it. My peace is mine. Your first question, when it comes to the citizenship and everything like that, the question you should be asking is, if we do that, how many of us are going to actually go back to dating black women?
Damn.
Because the exoticness of all this, we weren't worrying about it before. We wanted Latino, black men wanted Latino, they wanted other women because of what it was. If we now worry about that aspect, which is your right to worry about it. I'm not taking that from you. Whoever you are, you can do that. But if you were to factor that in the situation, that narrows down your field, your peer view of women that you can actually associate and talk to back to our culture, our race.
But my question really geared about, is this going to be a new founded add-on to our vetting process?
No,
because again,
I'm asking you, Carl.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Look at where you live right now. Look around. And you just met a beautiful chick, and she tells you whatever she tells you. And now ICE is kicking down your door. They never been to your door before. But now they're kicking down your door because they looking for her.
But that's what I'm saying.
I want to know, how is you gonna feel about that?
But that's what I'm saying.
That don't make no
sense. Hold on, that part. That's what I'm asking you a question, Carl. I said, if the man adds that to his vetting process, that now limits the scope of women he's going to feel comfortable talking to.
Exactly.
That's not something that you're going to bring up on the first.
I also want to bring this up too. I honestly, if I'm dealing with a woman like that and we've gotten trust and everything like that between us, street rules apply, bro. Ain't no stitching over there. I don't know what you're talking about. No, she damn well laying in my bed. Don't she laying in my bed? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why for me.
So what y'all? Let me make sure I get what just said. Just so what you're saying is, I don't care if you're illegal resident or not. If we vibe and we gonna smash, so what?
But you also got to understand, not every immigrant is illegal, bro. I just had to explain this to another girl the other day.
We're highlighting something that's subjective versus objective in every situation. What are we talking about?
Like how many dudes do you? Because like here's the thing, right? I've been in a situation where I was talking to a girl and she told me she don't got her papers. She over here for school. You know, she want to go to college, but the visa gonna be up. So we gotta, go to the courtroom so that she can stay. You feel me? So even back then, it was always a workaround. Like that's all we've been doing this forever. Remember, America is a country of immigrants. We always just married them, bro. You feel me? We rock one like that.
Hey, if you want
something you would worry about.
Hold on. So let's push Carl's conversation a little bit further. Carl, are you an immigrant?
I was born and raised here.
Really?
He a hard R.
When I look at my birth certificate, yes.
All right. So now, so from here on out,
You see his face? Look at his face.
Hold
I
on,
want
from
y'all
here
to
on
take note
out,
of his
there
face
should
right
be
here.
no. Hold on, I'm gonna be hypocritical and an asshole right now, just for conversational purposes. So from here on out, no black person in the United States of America should talk about reparations, slavery, being their family being built here, but if they're claiming that.
Why? How'd you get over there?
The reason I'm about to show Carl, because what you're thinking about one thing, and why should we think? Think about what I'm saying. Your thought process is basically based on you and your belief system of how you look at it. We're not thinking about that with Shorty, but when it comes to racism, we think about that automatically, right? That comes to our mind. Think about that for a second. That's automatic, the first thing, because what? It happened. What just these saying when you run into a female right now, that's not what we're thinking about.
And that's the point. And that's the point why the question was asked.
I'm saying to you?
Listen, this is why the question was asked, because you can be put in a position. I'm talking about vetting. This is what basically all this is about. As men, do we vet to make sure we're not sleeping with or getting with a chick that maybe wanted her country, may have been doing some real illegal.
We do not care. This is what I'm
And
trying to
that's the
explain.
point. And that's the point. That's the point.
Hold on.
Hey,
listen, let me say it like this. If
you don't care, that's fine. But guess what?
Fellas,
comes
what
with
about
a
the
price.
brothers? Carl,
price?
What about hold on, Carl, what about the brothers who date white females? Should they be asking the same questions? That's my whole
They could be
point
from
before.
Czechoslovakia. They
on,
might be
man.
running away from
Where's
what's
the
that place over there by
going?
Russia? They could be running from Ukraine.
Where's this question going?
But this is why I did. In case y'all didn't know, I didn't say any specific ethnic, background. I said men. Today, we need to also evaluate, hey, the girl that I'm looking at, the girl I'm trying to holler at, the girl that I'm sleeping with, do I have any risk factors, future problems where ICE is banging down my door looking for her, or vice versa? It's, nigga, you said you from Africa, Jamaica, wherever. Do I need to worry that you're wanted and ICE is coming to look for you?
You're not seeing what ICE is doing, bro. They not just coming looking for random people. I'm sorry, they are looking for random people to fuck up.
I get that, but a lot of times we're going back into the day where guys, men and women can lie, they can hide in plain sight, and this is what can happen.
I say like this. I say this. The best thing I can say is the best result, the reaction to that is how Brooklyn reacted to it.
All right.
When they came looking for this Haitian dude down there, that whole 18 blocks came out and ran ICE out of there. It was in the news.
Sir,
well,
vetting a woman that vetting a woman that's
vetting a woman like that. That means you already got your mind set on.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That conversation won't come up unless that conversation won't come up with a woman if I'm vetting her unless I'm going to marry her.
Exactly. It probably won't even come up until she trusts you enough.
It doesn't matter because watch this, Carl, right? The world is accessible. If I'm talking to, let's say I'm talking to a Colombian girl from Venezuela, she's not supposed to be here. I can just go over there. See what I'm saying? The world is too accessible for us to even worry about that. The worst case scenario, she get deported back to her country. Cool, here I come, babe. You feel me? Like it's not. I don't think we should.
Vetting.
Because
I still would be like, all right.
The vetting is too hard at this point, bro. No one is gonna qualify. Like relationships are not supposed to be this freaking hard.
Because I'm gonna look at like, hey, I hope you got your papers. If you don't, well,
you about to get them, baby. Let me put that ring on it. You feel me?
But shit, you got a cousin that need her papers too. Listen, so y'all, I'm segueing this. This whole episode, this whole show, really had to do with vetting. That's what it was based on. If you notice, all the questions are surrounded behind vetting. And based upon what y'all saying, if I'm correct, it sounds like people are not betting anymore, and this
Carl,
is
stop it, Carl.
So I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. Evo, I need you to cue that next video on number 4, please. So this is interesting. Evo, number 4.
We don't
Play
put her
the
to
video.
sleep,
Play the
man.
video. She better not go to sleep because I already talked to her once about this being on point.
That was Evo saying, "Shut the hell up."
And that's why I love the shit out of her. Let's go.
She's like, "Shut the hell up." I heard you.
Number 4.
Wait a minute. Is that Daphne Spring?
I hate to ask you this, Dice, but
Yep.
you're the last person I can depend on. I'm a little short on my rent this month.
How much?
$1,000.
That's not your girl. That's not your girl. That's not your girl. Not your girl. Not. I can't do it. I got my own bills to pay.
That's crazy.
That's not your girl. Not your girl. Not your girl. Not. Girl, come on, let's go.
Hey, wait up! I'll take a cake pop, and then I'll take the lemon blueberry, and also let me get the red velvet cake as well. And this water.
Please don't let the question think about it is about to be.
It probably will. No one call.
Y'all gonna cut the bullshit.
You need to cut the bullshit.
What's the question, Carl?
I can't wait for this.
We kind of visited semi this question before, but I felt the need to revisit it again. It is, what would you do for your girl, your woman, your wife, that versus what you wouldn't do for a chick that's not your girl? Like, what is it that you would do for your girl that you would not do for a chick that's not your girl?
No condom. I knew that was gonna get his ass.
What?
What they do?
Next question. Next question.
Take that rubber off. Me to me. You feel
I'm
me?
not saying a word. Yo, Lee.
You gotta explain that question.
Yeah.
I know. We going.
Hey, Lee, take the mic. What would you do for your girl versus what you wouldn't do for a chick that's not your girl?
At what stage is she my girl?
Oh my God.
Lee, why you gotta break it down to stages, bro?
There's a reason. Hold on. There's a reason. The reason I say that, and I'm gonna say this to you because it goes back to your vetting. If she is not to that point where I'm considering a future with her, there's a limit and a level to certain things that I would do or wouldn't do. So let's be realistic.
You know the difference, right? Let me clarify.
What's your
This
difference?
is your. Let me give you the clarity. I'm gonna give you the clarity. This is your woman. This is who you sleeping with. This is who you go out with. This over here is not your woman. She's just a friend. She's just some random chick that you know. She's a co-worker. What is the thing that you give one and not the other?
Carl, you literally just answered the question, though.
I wouldn't be having that conversation with a co-worker or somebody like that.
Well, that was what I asked as a question.
Yeah, but that nullifies the question.
All right. So all right, let me take a stab at this, right? Let me take a stab at
I don't know
this,
why
right?
I like this motherfucker's question. Response better than yours.
All right, I'm gonna take a stab at this, right? That's crazy.
You're so analytical, man. You just blew my shit, bro.
So look.
I'm not gonna answer that question because I don't fuck myself. Look,
you feel me? Let me
Hey, yo,
take a stab
Judge,
at
I
this.
need your response. Don't sit there in the
I'm
cut.
gonna give you a response.
I will give. I have, I've had women who were girlfriends, friends, and just co-workers ask for money. If you a person, the amount I will lend you depends on your position in my life. So I would say,
yo, you just about to fuck it up.
Going.
Never mind. You're about to blow it again. No, because you're going way left, and that's not where it's at. Yes,
Carl, I'm
you
not
are.
on
You're
the list,
talking
Carl.
about being. Listen,
Carl, if
you're
you
talking
stay
about
quiet
being a
for
loan
10
shark
seconds,
to chicks. I'm
what the
not
fuck
going
are we
there.
talking
No,
about?
Carl,
Carl,
let
that's
him finish.
not
Let
what
him
I'm
finish. Let him
saying, bro.
finish.
Listen, bro. Listen to what I'm saying.
You know what?
Obviously, in life, depending on where the person is, they have more access to you. For instance, if I'm just kicking it with you, I'm probably not going to drive 2 hours to Orlando to pick your ass up. But I will do that for my girlfriend. You feel me? Because you're my girl. That's what I'm trying to show you. So in every action that we take, there's levels to it depending on where they are. So
Ain't
in
never like you
truth,
said.
there isn't much that I wouldn't do for a girl that I'm speaking with versus my girlfriend, but my girlfriend is going to get a lot more of it. And the line is going to be a lot longer. I'll give anybody $20. I'll give my girl $2 grand. If I'm kicking it with you, you're not going to get $2 grand. But then if I was to say I wouldn't give her money, I would be lying. Spectrum. You feel me? Spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm
Carl, he
trying to
Why
basically
did
said
I?
the
Why did
same
I
thing I
kind of
said in
knew that was
different
going to come up?
ways.
Spectrum.
I'm about to kick him out this. I'm telling you, I'm about. I'm 2 seconds from kicking him out the barber shop.
Oh, what?
Judge,
You don't like
here
that
we go.
I'm
All
evolving?
right, all
Yeah,
right.
he just saying
All
what
right.
I
First
said,
of all,
just in different wording.
I was raised by gentlemen, so I used to watch my grandfather. If he's sitting by a door, he'll open the door for any woman coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And I would ask him why, but then I knew my grandmother. My grandmother wasn't that type of woman to be mad and jealous. That's just how he was raised. So
I don't think that's what you're talking about, though, Just D. That's not chivalry. We're not talking about chivalry. We're talking about money.
No, I'm talking. Listen, you talking about
No,
money?
it's everything.
Yeah, that was
everything.
that
No,
was
it's
the
every.
video.
It's like how is that? I got the same spectrum. So it's the whole spectrum. So it's just like you gotta look at it like this. I got certain things I do that you're not my girl. Like I'll open the door for you. I'll make sure you're not on the edge of the street. That's the type of person I am. But then it's like if you're talking about money wise,
Don't you do the same thing?
if you ain't me for money, if you ain't my sister, my aunt, my cousin, my best friend growing the hell up with me, nah, you ain't getting none of that shit. It's like, all right, you got bills to pay. Man, it's fucked up. You got bills to pay.
Hey, listen, that's why I said, Carl, you got it. That question you got it's so generic that you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's
these
generic,
type of
but you gotta
answers,
look at
bro,
it. But you gotta look
based
at it
on
like,
the video.
nah, like, for the girl
Hey,
that's
Judge.
not
Hey,
my
Judge,
girl,
what you doing this
I'm
weekend?
fuck with you.
Hey,
Wow.
Judge, what are you doing this weekend?
Depends on
I
the
will
time.
I have a couple parties to do.
All right, we got to meet up. We're just going to dress casual, and we're just going to venture between Manhattan and Brooklyn, and we're going to see how far our gentleman status get us. And a response. I need somebody to videotape.
Hold on. See,
because I need
do that.
Hold on. Wait. Let me put this out there right now. I'm a gentleman asshole. I'll open the door for you.
A gentleman asshole.
I'll pull you back out and close the door. Like, nah.
That's not an asshole. That's not an asshole. That's a man who holds a woman accountable. That's a leader.
Hey, I'm that type of person. So it's like, nah. Or if I move to step around you and move out the way, you bump into me and don't say thank you. Oh no, nigga, I'm loud about it. Like
that's your narcissism. That's your narcissism on that spectrum.
No, it's
not narcissism.
That's not narcissism.
It's not
it
narcissism.
Was a joke. Why y'all so defensive? Why y'all want to go outside?
Okay, so
you got me. Hello. Hey, you got me. You got me.
So let me ask y'all gentlemen something.
I'm like, hello, I ain't narcissist, but damn it.
Let me ask y'all gentlemen a question. One by one, I need your honest response.
Okay.
Have you ever held the door open for a woman? I'm not saying what race. I really want to say a race, but that woman, after you held the door open, she kept looking at her cell phone and did not say thank you or acknowledge your existence. Has that ever happened to you this year?
Yeah, I got a kid by one. So,
oh my God, you had a kid with one is even diabolical.
That's probably why she didn't do it. You feel me? But hey, be like,
hey, look, hey, we got.
He hates to see her come, but he love to watch her go.
Fellas,
and that's how it happened.
I seriously got a question I want to ask y'all though, realistically, and think about it for your answer. If a woman today asked you, "What's the hardest part of being a man?" is what would your answer be?
Dealing with women. No, I'm just kidding. Dealing with your ass.
You know, that's almost subjective in a way, but I'm gonna try my best.
Nah, honestly,
the hardest thing,
go ahead, Carl.
the hardest thing that I would respond with is the helping me balance patience and tolerance, because I really don't have both.
No, Carl, you're answering.
Learning,
No, Carl. You're answering for her. No, not what she's done. What's the hardest part of you being a man for you is not for
He
her.
just said it. Patience and
No,
tolerance.
he said for her helping him being balancing patience.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I mean, I got his answer, but he didn't answer.
Yeah, I got his answer, but it was basically bringing her in. I'm saying for you, for you being a man, what's the hardest part for you?
you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I can't answer.
That's shit. Now that I thought about it, I think I got my answer, boy. I think I got my answer.
You want to answer that one?
Oh, okay. Shit. Well, because when you first ask, I'm thinking like, damn, what is really the hardest part of being a man? But what it really boils down to is being responsible for everything. That is probably one of the hardest parts.
That's why I can't answer that, because that shit is easy for me.
You feel me? Well, okay. It's different for you. You feel me? But what I mean by being responsible for everything is, as a man, especially a black man, it doesn't matter what it is, everything is my fault. My mother used to tell me, she says, when you're wrong, you're wrong. And when you're right, you're wrong. And when you're wrong, you're double wrong. You feel me? So as a man, you got to understand, like, it's always your fault, even when it's not. So that's a very difficult thing to do, because a lot of the times you'll be in a situation, you know the right thing to do, but you honestly don't want to do it. You feel me? You just don't want to do it because it's like, yo, this is bullshit. Like, this is not fair. So especially for being a black man, you got to put in 300% more to only get 50% out of it. That shit is exhausting. Now we do that shit and we get up and we do that shit every day. But when I got to do that and then I got to deal with you and you don't appreciate that shit, that shit's hard to deal with, bro.
Let me clarify.
Cool.
Let me clarify something based upon what you just said.
Go ahead.
I said it's easier for me.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'm saying it that way because, okay, just as kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can hear some brothers in the barbershop say, yo, it costs a lot to raise kids, and it's a lot of work to raise kids, and this, that, and third. Brother, y'all know I'm a professional stepdad. I've raised my godkids 18 and 20. Let me tell you something. It didn't cost a lot of money, and I don't see why people are griping. Raising them two from birth till now, that shit was not really a lot of work.
That's evil.
It really wasn't.
You was dealing with two personalities.
But I'm saying, if I had to do it all again, even now, I would welcome it because, like I said, for me, it was based on the structure from day one and the consistency and the communication, the interaction. Listen, brothers, I'm talking about every school trip, never missed. I'm talking about taking them to school, picking them up from school. I'm talking about every birthday, every holiday, not missed. So this shit was easy to me.
But I'm saying, Carl, that's easy to you. But the question was, what was the hardest? I get what you're saying, bro.
But that's why I said what you said. That's why I said beginning. It's kind of subjective because I don't see it as hard when it was easy for me.
Bro, does subjective mean that it can't be answered?
That's what I'm saying. You still got to answer the question.
It was easy for me, so I really don't know.
What was the hardest part of your life, Carl? What's the hardest part of your life, Carl?
Carl, you said
okay. Wait a minute. Now I can give you an answer because I thought about it. The hardest thing, hold on. The hardest thing for me was the transition of letting go between that bridge between teenage and looking at her as an adult. That was the only hardest thing I could think of. It was hard for me to say.
Back to these
children. Now,
that's the children, Carl. We're talking about you being a man. What's the hardest?
No, there's nothing. I'm empty. I'm empty. There's nothing hard about being a man because, like I said, I was raised by men, and even during my course of growing, everything is like Like
Carl,
reflex.
Carl, where your hoes at, Carl?
What?
Where your
Before we
hoes
go
at?
there,
I don't have.
Just
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't deal with
I
hoes.
know where you're going, Dapper, but
That's
let
your
Just answer
thing.
the question first. Just answer the question.
I'm not community dick.
As
The fuck you talking about? Where the hoes
Dick
at?
discipline.
What are you talking about? I don't even talk like that. So what the hell are you talking about? Where the hoes at?
It's a reason I asked that, Carl, but
there
I'm
go,
gonna let it
there go
rock.
the trigger right there. There go. He was good all night, Dapper. God damn.
Nigga.
There goes the
Just
trigger
D,
right
what's
there.
the hardest part about being a man for you?
Listen.
It's-
I'm gonna tell you like this to answer your question. There's a difference between having access and having dick discipline to know this qualifies and this doesn't.
Can we stay on the question?
Okay, Carl.
I would say.
Go ahead, Just D.
I'm not.
It was the hardest thing of being a man at this point in time in life.
Oh man.
I don't deal with hoes. Let me put it that way. I've always dealt with women with their own shit, women that were compatible to me, interdependency skills. I don't deal with hoes. I don't deal with this recycling thing that motherfuckers are agreeing upon. I don't.
So, and then we're gonna get to Just D right after this. But I just got Carl. Do you think you ugly, bro? Like,
what?
Do you feel like you ugly? Like, no funny shit. Like, do you feel like you ugly?
No, I get called handsome every day.
Okay, good, right? So my question is, if you dealing with the top women, because you don't deal with hoes, you dealing with the best fucking women, right? The top of the top.
I deal with a different mindset than you.
I feel you,
Okay.
right? But where they at though, Carl?
Where they supposed to be.
Which is where? Not with you. Where they supposed to be at?
Where you think they should be at? With you?
Carl, see, but no, Carl, I'm asking you. See, let me tell you.
No, I want to know. I want to know. Where do you think they should be at?
Honestly, Carl, they should be with your ass. That's where they should be.
But that's my point. Where do you think she should be at?
With you. I just answered the question. They should be
Okay.
with you.
Okay.
But they not with you, and that's why you feel like being a man is easy, because you don't got no women to piss you off. That's why it's easy for you. That's why your life is simple. Where the hoes at?
Shout out to Just D. You're a great dad. Christopher said that to you, bro. Take that applause, brother.
And he got 4 of them. He about to have a 5th.
Applause, brother.
Shit.
Why are you doing that? Answer the question, Just D.
Carl, you look confused.
I got 4 stepson and grandson. I'm good.
Oh, you got others. Oh, yeah, you got.
I got a grandson.
That boy got extra
I'm
kids.
good. I'm good.
You know what I love about what you just said?
Tell me.
If I was to sit and ask you, the hoes you deal with, do you know their blood type or their birthday or anything of pertinent? Would you be able to do that?
Carl,
I would tell you.
Hold up, Dapper.
No.
Hold on, Judge. There's a listen, Judge. You cannot play. Listen, you can play.
No, pull my card out now. Look, Carl,
let me answer the question.
The whole goddamn CIA rigmarole just to make sure she can go to fucking McDonald's. Look,
yep,
I'm tired of this shit.
Just the
you got hoes. You gonna do what you gonna do till you fucking day go. Lee, you technical as shit. That's it. Ain't nothing about it. You would leave like what he like. Everybody like what they like. All I'm saying is this. I'm not going through the bullshit. Either I'm gonna talk to you regular or I'm gonna talk to you not. It don't bother me none. I'm not doing all this background checking unless I have to. And if I have to, that means I don't trust you. And if I don't trust you, that means I'm not fucking dealing with you.
Stop right there. Cold hard stop.
I'm
tired. Can you answer the question, sir?
Carl, you keep asking these CIA questions. I'm starting to think, man. I'm starting to think.
Sir,
these CIA questions keep coming up, man. I'm like, yo.
Bro, why you think I turned my camera off? Bro, answer the question.
Just ice knock on my door. I'm looking right at your ass.
I'm coming right back to call.
Right back.
The question.
Go ahead, Jess. The hardest part of being a man.
Hardest part of being a man is you're expected to censor yourself at all times. So I wasn't. I'll say like this. For me personally, as a man, I wasn't raised like that. Like I said, I tell anybody, I was thrown to the wolves. I stuck around all my aunts, stuck around all my uncles to see what to do. And my grandfather said it best. He's like, "You be who the fuck you want to be." And that's the bottom line. You're gonna be a man. You're gonna be a man. You're gonna do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. Either which way, at the end of the day, you learn from all your mistakes.
I get that. But the reason why I question, so I'll answer it too. The hardest part is
that was my second.
Yeah, I think in the most instances that I've sat with this question is managing my pride and my ego, balancing them out. Because at some point in time, again, depending on what situation, balancing my pride and my ego. Because as men, again, the strong stigma, the strength stigma is there. And knowing when to ask for help versus when not to ask for help, or when to be vulnerable, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The reason why that question
I agree with you on that.
You know what? Y'all three gave some real good answers. I don't know what
because I said like this: my pride and my ego cost me the love of my life. So after that, I learned how to start looking at shit different ways.
So with that being said, Dapper, would you compromise? And this is for everybody, but I'm gonna start with Dapper. Would you compromise your pride and ego for your wife?
So the answer, I would want to say no, but I know the answer is yes. And I know the answer is yes because at the end of the day, if you're my wife, I just want to see you happy. So there are certain things about me that every man is gonna do. I'm just gonna give that up because I know it's gonna make you happy. But I'm not gonna let you try me. You feel me? There's certain things I'm not gonna allow, but then there's certain things I'm like, you know what, babe, you got that. Like one of my things is anytime I'm wrong, I always apologize. And I don't continue the argument. If me and my girl going back and forth and she make a point, I'm like, damn. All right, baby, got me. And then I kill it. She went out, I'm like, no, babe, you're right. It's over. We got it. You feel me? Because I don't like to spend time and energy on problems that have already been solved. That's a waste of time. You got me. You are correct. So I will have to sacrifice that. Other times it's like I like the way I dress, but there'll be times she be like, I don't like that outfit. And I'm like, damn, what you mean? I look clean as fuck. She like, nah, wear this. And then I put it on. I'm like, man, this shit lame. But I know she like it. So you know what I'm gonna do? Whatever. I'm gonna let you have it. You feel me? Little stuff like that. I'm not really gonna argue about it because in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that important to me, but it's important to her. So if it's more important to her than it is to me, I'm gonna let that shit go, man. I'm gonna let that shit go.
Carl?
Yes.
Are you gonna compromise? Is there instances where you compromise your pride or your ego for your wife?
What'd you say?
Carl's gonna do that.
You compromise your pride or your ego for your wife. Would you ever do that?
Pride and ego.
Or ego, pride or ego for your wife. Would you ever compromise your pride or ego for your wife?
I didn't know I had that, but okay. Principle, but not pride and ego.
Your principle is tied to your pride or your ego, Carl.
Carl, you need to be the president of goddamn Zimbabwe, bro.
He needs that Al Bundy shirt. No, ma'am.
I know. No. I'm trying to understand.
Okay,
you said
Carl, hold on. Well, let me again, Dapper. This is where earlier we use this example. Listen, follow along, Dapper. Carl, does saying principle make it better for you?
So when
laugh,
you
Dapper, because you want to laugh, Dapper, laugh.
Spectrum.
That's why, why I triggered you. I know you.
I'm doing this shit all week, bro.
I'm gonna use that shit all week.
That's why I triggered you. That's why I shot at you real quick because I know you was coming with something. But Carl, principle versus ego versus pride. Look, I get that. But right now, I'll show you an example. Your pride versus your ego is telling you not to answer the question.
You are at war right now.
So which one are you going to? So your wife come to you and you listen. That's your wife, not your girl. Somebody you're sleeping with, your wife.
Somebody you asked to marry.
Yep.
before they are cut.
Would you set aside your pride and your ego for them?
It's either yes or no.
By me saying yes, that's saying that I acknowledge that I have a pride and ego.
Everybody has it, Carl. You're not different. You're not different, Carl.
Whether you want to acknowledge
not
it,
that guy,
that's the story. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to have one, Dapper?
Carl, you have one.
Whether
you want me to have one?
No, Carl,
you have pride and ego. Your principles on how you stand on certain things is your pride.
It's based off your ego and your pride. That's what I'm saying. You have one. Whether you want to acknowledge what it is.
You know what? I hate having these conversations because I look at definition of words, not what I think it means, but what it actually means. Principle has nothing to do with ego and pride. But that's only if you read a dictionary and understand the definition of ego and pride.
Okay,
two different words.
Okay, Carl. So
hold on.
Watch it.
I'm about to read the definition so we can shut this down.
All I know, I'm gonna shoot him his leg. I'm gonna shoot him his left leg so he can limp for a second. Let's use the term principle. Now, what is your principle based on? What does if somebody goes against your principle, what does it hurt?
I got my sword in London here and I slice him like I'm Luke.
What do you mean if somebody doesn't go with my principles?
What does it hurt? If you said there's a principle, it is a principle, say, and you whip this dude's ass. Why did you do it? Because it hurts you what?
It don't have nothing to do with if you don't agree with my principles of what I believe, how I think, my mindset, my pattern, that's your choice. I can't force, I can't control. That's on you.
Yeah, but I'm saying if somebody that you are dealing with literally hurts your principle, go against your principle.
If the woman you asked to marry, your fiance, hurts your
principle,
would you put that aside for her? To do like me and Dapper, like, all right, you know what, you're right, and walk in back and close out. Or would you keep? Or would you continue? Or would you just like, nah? I'm gonna write all the time, every time, 24/7, 365.
You know what, Carl? I think you know what, fellas. I think as more we go into these conversations, we're going to invent a button. Once or twice a show, you can use the term "I plead the fifth."
You plead the fifth.
Nah, Carl do that all the time, man. Listen, look. Pride, a feeling of deep pleasure, satisfaction.
Hold on, Dapper. You took the words out of my house, but just about to say it saves people's pride.
No, this one you plead the fifth. You can plead the fifth.
Just save your pride. A fundamental neutral position that serves
Dapper. Let him plead the fifth.
Carl pleading the fifth.
All right. Question. Second question. Boop. Second question. Hold on. Just D. Let's start with you.
What's up?
How do you apologize in a relationship?
I don't.
Real men don't apologize.
I agree
After
to
12,
disagree.
48 hours of law.
I agree to disagree.
You serious about that one?
I know how to say shut the hell up. I know how to shut myself up. Like, all right, you know what? I don't feel like arguing. Just keep going.
Yeah.
So, okay. Carl, how do you apologize in a relationship? As the man, which is
if I am wrong,
mm-hmm.
I always apologize. I don't care your age, male, female, whatever. If I am, confronted, it's like, I found out that I was wrong about something, and my goddaughter would tell you, I apologize to her. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
But how? I'm saying, how do you apologize?
Hold on.
I'm asking how.
Well, it would be with me how I do it. I would verbalize it, and then I would do something. 9 out of 10, I always do something to support my apology.
An action.
Giving out peace.
Right, an action. Yeah.
Hold on, Carl. Hold on. But see, I like I said, I learned from my grandfather. My grandfather, getting arguing with my grandmother, he ain't never apologized. He let her go ahead and rant, rave, and everything. Quickest thing he could say to her. And it never fails, and it always end the conversation, end the argument. You want to go eat?
So, all right, hold on. Oh, keep that. Hold up. Keep that.
This was a conversation we had before.
Hold on. Yeah. Keep that. Just D. Keep that. Remember what you just said.
It works.
How do you apologize?
How do I apologize?
In a relationship,
I'm like Just D, man. I don't apologize because I might not always be right, but I'm never wrong. Okay. So what I like to do is, what's wrong with you, Carl? It hurt your little prize, little ego, Carl.
Oh, shut the hell up. But hold on.
Remember, Carl,
All right,
it's
there's a reason.
spectrum.
Oh, hold on.
Spectrum, Carl.
Hold on.
You want to laugh, Carl? Just laugh.
Yo,
fellas.
but
So,
I'm playing though.
I'm gonna do this. I'm not even going to the fifth question. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
But based on that, right? Now flip it, fellas. This is a different question. Think about the question you answer. We just answered as men. How do you expect your woman to apologize to you if she's wrong?
See, hold on, I got this one. Look, when she wrong, you gotta let her come into her own on that.
Okay.
Because you can't tell her you wrong. All right, look, she gonna rant rave with you, you gonna rant back, but then when you get to that point, be like, all right, you know what, you can have it. But then if I'm in the wrong, I'll sit there like, all right, yeah, you right. But when she ranting and raving, any argument I've been in, she ranting and raving, I let her go. I just let her keep on until she get out.
But what? No.
The best way for me to apologize is repeat exactly what she said to me.
No, how do you expect her to apologize to you, bro?
Huh?
I want her to. How do you expect her to apologize? That's bringing yourself into. I want her.
Oh no, how do I expect her to apologize?
Yes.
Look, I'll say like this. If she's in the wrong, a woman will apologize, but she'll do it in her own way.
Okay.
You're going around the question, Jesse. I said, how do you expect?
I'm not. How do I expect to apologize?
Yeah, you're a woman.
I'm not going to say. I'll be quiet as a church mouse until you say something.
No, see I like what Just D is doing though, because instead of Just D saying this is the only way I'm gonna accept the apology, he's gonna observe the woman and realize, no, this is her apologizing. You feel me? She made my plate. She did this. She came over, started rubbing my feet. So that way you don't put her in a box. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that in my marriage. I'm like, bro, this has to be done a certain way. And I had to realize, bro, that's how I do things. But I can't hold her to the standard I hold myself because I'm me and she's her. So I have to allow her to do it her way.
You just answered the next point. Expectations versus realistic. Realistic, there's expectations versus human mindset. They don't move like that. So what woman literally, because so every time she's wrong, there's a certain way you're going to expect her to apologize. The same way, when every time you're wrong, there's going to be a certain way to apologize.
Nah, I expect you. I look at it like this. Depends on the situation.
True.
Mm-hmm. So if it's a random argument, I'm not gonna feed the bear. I'm just like, all right, whatever. And you want to eat, you want to watch a movie,
Just if I'm correct, you're saying basically silence has its own communication.
Silence is a form of communication.
Silence is a great communication.
No, it's not.
I'm
gonna give you that.
Bro, I won't say it's great, but it is a form.
Great.
No, it can be. It can be because remember, strategically, and even in a mental space, if a person shuts down and do not respond and just look, that does make a person wonder, what is that person's next move? What are they thinking? Is it going to be something that they can't control? And remember, that's
great. And I said, like, personally, for me, that's my way of communicating. If I'm ever that angry and I'm quiet, I don't say nothing, you messed up.
Yeah, that's how I get mad. If I'm that mad, I get quiet. It's a problem. Yeah.
We're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do. We can't be hypocrites here and then say that's a form of communication.
It
communication.
Is.
It is a form of communication because let me tell you something. There's times
if we as men speak our first mind, it's a real problem.
That's not what we're saying. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm asking.
But women always speak their first mind.
But we're not women. We're saying is use the term great communication. It's a form of communication, but it's not a great communicator. It's not. Let's not be hypocrites here, fellas. Because if your woman sits down and goes silence on you, it's going to be a problem. Let's not say it's great.
If your girl calls you by your whole name, what's the first thing you think?
The hell did I do?
That's subjective. If she calls by my first name, it could be.
Dapper, what did I do?
Every man think that. Every man think that.
No, Dapper. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying to you. If is calling your first name,
do you understand the word methodical or how to play chess? I mean, come on, Dapper. You play chess, right? So sometimes silence is your communication.
Yes, I agree.
That's not what we're arguing, Carl. I said to you,
arguing?
The great communication. Don't say it's great. It's not great.
It is great.
No.
Why?
Hold on. Let me.
For me, it's great.
So listen, look, Lee. I see what you're saying, right? I see what you're saying. But when it comes down to the spectrum of silence, right? Communication is not what I say. Communication is what the other person hears, right?
Comprehension.
Exactly. So it's all about comprehension. So if a girl or a person, they going off and I go silent, what I'm communicating to them is, hey, it's about time for action.
That's what you're communicating.
I'm done with words.
That'll everybody's gonna understand that. A lot of times the silence is the silence for that brief moment is the only way to get your listen. Your silence sometimes is the only way to get the person's undivided attention.
You're bringing up points that we're not arguing, Carl.
Wait.
But then what the hell, man?
Lee, what are you saying now?
I'm just saying to you, don't say it's great, because again, I'm gonna use that as an example. What he just said, it can work in certain instances, but then it will backfire, so it's not great.
No, it's diffusing a situation from growing. If you got two people yelling, listen, Lee, you're saying, Lee, I heard you twice. If you're telling me it's not good,
I didn't finish.
You just said it.
I didn't finish. I didn't finish. I said you can't use the term great if there's a negative and a positive correlation to it, and it can go up and down.
No, it's a great. It is great because
how are you saying that telling me it's not great when I just pointed out it is great because it's what?
Let me finish. Y'all interrupted me.
Well, get to the finish line, damn it.
Well, then, Carl, stop talking for a second and let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Not because you disagree with me doesn't mean that I'm wrong. In a communication spectrum, when you're correct. When it comes to a point where it might be a safe word, where you might say, I'm silent now, that person is no longer comprehending what that person or receiving what I'm saying. That's totally different. Now, when there's some people that weaponize that doesn't make it great. They go silent just because they want. That's what I'm saying to you. They're both instances.
Stonewalling is not good in a relationship.
It's not good and not bad. That's all I'm saying to you, fellas. I'm not disagreeing with y'all, but let's not use the terminology great all the time. That's all I'm saying. If you let me finish,
it can be great. I see what you're saying. It can be, but not all.
It can be, but I'm not saying that's what I just said. Let me finish so you can hear what I'm saying. In some instances, you're right.
Okay, so let me reword something then, since you don't want me to use the word great. It can be
that's not. You're still not. Carl, help him out, Dapper.
Carl, he agrees with you.
What you gonna send Dapper for?
I said because he understood. I said don't use it all the time.
He's gonna make it more complicated.
I'm effective at communicating with you, Carl.
Y'all don't understand. This is it. Listen. There are moments on the spectrum where it can be great and not be great. I said so. Identify when it can be great and when it's not great. Know the difference. That's all I'm saying to y'all. I never said it.
Okay, so in saying what you're saying, it can be great and it cannot be great. But when you're in a situation where two people are yelling, if one remains silent, that is a utilizing tool to diffuse.
Carl, you just want to hear yourself talk? I just said that. That's the moment of it being great versus it not being great. I just said you're giving an example of what I just said. I said that just now. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm not disagreeing with what he said. I just say understand that there's sometimes when that doesn't work, and that's not great communication.
And 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 here's the thing: talking too much is also a bad form of communication as well. Because a lot of times you could just be rambling and just talk. And here's the thing: a lot of people think that communication is about words. You use words to communicate. There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times people think if they're using a lot of words, it automatically means that they're communicating, but that's not always the case. You feel me? Just because you and I'm saying here quiet, you ain't communicating that to me. Your point ain't getting across. I still don't understand what the hell you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I still don't even know why you're mad. You're just at the same time. If I'm quiet, the other person, they don't understand if I agree with them. They don't know if I disagree with them. They don't know if I'm happy doing what I'm saying. They don't know nothing. So now it forces them to assume. And that's what silence does. I assume this nigga about to swing on me because he stopped talking. I assume he must be mad at me because he's not talking. I assume you must have agreed with me because you didn't say anything. You feel me? So it's just one of those things where it has to be used at the right time.
The right
Exactly. But see, like I said, like I see it as when I do it, it's for me to like it's like not a weapon. I was reading that in the comments. Somebody said it's a weapon, or men are weaponizing. I'm like, no, I do it because I watched my grandfather sit back and let me hear what she got to say before I respond. Because if I respond in the wrong way, I'm going to give the wrong feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, I'll sit back and listen. I'll be quiet and sit back and listen. Then I'll repeat it verbatim to you exactly what you said to me.
So all right. So along that line,
that can escalate shit too.
What Shop Krista said, that comment right there. For many men, it's hard to show emotions to women. Is that why we go silent?
Nah.
There's a various amount of reasons why silence is chosen. However, I'm still on the side of diffusing, not escalating.
Mm-hmm.
So if it takes
that showing emotion, Carl?
Listen, I'm isolating it. Whatever it takes to reset so you don't say or do something you regret, I'm all for it. This is why I don't argue. I'd rather not argue. You know what?
Yo.
Let me set this damn thing down.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No. Y'all gotta realize that a lot of these options based on your partner.
Let me get this straight here because I'm gonna shut this thing down. Anyway, before we get to final thoughts, all right, as a simple yes or no question, which is the fifth one, the last one. Have you ever been the other guy? Side dude.
Okay, that's a better question. You say the other guy, like what?
Yeah, because it's not up to us to be the other guy.
Dapper, listen, Dapper. Let's shoot Carl in his other leg. Remember earlier I shot him his left leg, right?
Mm-hmm. Time for the right leg.
Now I'm gonna shoot him in his other leg. Now he crippled. Carl, no man's ego or pride is going to allow him to be the other guy. In his own mind, he's going to be the guy.
Yo.
Let be real.
You know what? I'm tired. I got another show to do. You can sit there with that if you want to.
Oh no, I can answer that question.
No.
Stand ovation.
Listen.
Dapper. But this one's on a spectrum.
Spectrum.
Hey, we're gonna be doing that. In the hip, below the knee, Carl. No man's ego or pride is gonna let a woman say, "You're my side dude." He's gonna be like, "No, I'm that main dude. I do what I do. I lay it down." Nope. Come on, Carl.
I don't know. I don't think you understand how many guys. I don't think you understand how many guys.
It's the same test.
And I'm going to go back.
Don't listen to Carl. We're not going to final thoughts. He want to get off. That's why.
Yeah, we are getting ready to have final thoughts.
No, we finish this question.
We got to finish it.
We got to finish this question.
Yeah, we got to finish
what y'all say. I look at the clock. The heck with what y'all talking about.
Look, we got 3 minutes left.
I'm going to say this though. Listen, I'm just going to say this. I keep referring to them as dollar store dudes because they're negotiable. There are guys out here that have no problem being the side dude. Some of them are professional at it, and some guys, they just take it because they're going through a drought or they don't have nothing else. You understand? So with all the guys that are in prison, guys that's in the military, guys that work too much, truck drivers, whatever, somebody is taking care of that chick when you're not around. Because it's but so much that somebody's going to tolerate or take.
And that's that again. Hold on. Dapper. He has a show to go to. Carl, gracefully, you can bow out. Have a good night, brother. You got a show to go to. We not gonna stop talking about it because you gotta go. We ain't gonna end this because you gotta go. Unless Evo is saying in the back chat she wants to shut it down, bro. We can't do that, bro. We're not gonna do that. Now, committed to HLLC said she's gonna give you a fine if you don't go. Let me put you on the spot like that. So you gotta go, then you gotta go. But we're not unless Evo said we gotta go.
And be honest.
We can still let's Dapper y'all good?
Be honest.
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Justin, you done?
I want to answer this question.
Okay, there you go. So hold on,
Carl. You gotta fight this one. This one. Carl, you never been a side dude?
Oh shit, Carl. He a side dude right now.
I was about to say the same thing, boy. Oh
Carl,
my God.
are you a side? Have you ever been a side dude?
We would never know for real, bro.
Hey. Look, you need to ask the female he's dealing with.
Exactly.
Not him, bro.
You see, listen, man. I had a situation where I was dating a girl.
Hold on.
And I thought I was.
Hold on. His ego and his pride just won't let him say yes or no.
Won't let. Oh, you got to plead the fifth again, Carl?
Hey,
you got the war going on, bro.
His right and left leg. I'm about to shoot his right and left arm.
No, see, my whole thing. Look,
let me ask you something. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm ambidextrous.
He's left-handed.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
You gotta be left-handed.
I can shoot you with my right and left and beat you the fuck up with both.
Two of them.
Which one are you? Because I know where you're going with the conversation. I can do.
Yeah, he gonna break it.
Because y'all share a lot of fantasies on public, so it's okay.
Not even Carl. We're not Carl. You going on? We're not gonna bark.
No, is it? I asked the question. I just like, yo, have you ever been a side dude?
The answer is yes. Carl, just say yes, brother. It's okay. We're not gonna record this part.
Hey, how Jeopardy go?
You feel me?
I can't relate to that shit.
Carl, it's not about what you can relate to, bro. Listen, it's my situation.
Hell no.
Carl, you was most likely a side dude.
How?
Carl,
Carl, watch this, right?
Some men are side dudes.
Okay, there we go. Because I was in a whole relationship, thought I was the main dude, and then when I got the receipts, the girl texted dude, just so you know, you wasn't the side dude. That means I'm the side dude.
Listen,
it's up to the woman to decide that.
Hey, women are so good at the emotional manipulation. This is where your emotional intelligence will allow you to see the signs that a woman is making you feel like the actual main character in her life when you're actually the dude that's paying the bills, the dude that probably either stroking the best or something else. You play a part in a woman's life.
The dude that picks up every time she calls, the dude that brings her food when she wanted, the dude that's sitting up there talking to her when she called about problems with other motherfuckers. Until
she elevates you to the main dude in her life, in her mind, you're still a side dude. No matter what you think, until she says, until she says it and there's proof that you're the main dude in her life. There's levels to this shit, young boy.
Yeah, and that's why I was telling Shorty, I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. You don't decide if you're a side chick. I'll never be a side chick. I laugh. You sure? Because it's not your call. It's not your decision. You don't decide that. You feel me? You don't decide that. So you just gotta accept the truth and be okay with that. And you know, honestly, Carl, it really shouldn't hurt your pride. Yeah, bro.
Play your part. Your pride and your ego. Hey,
you just said it.
I don't know if you're paying attention.
Somebody taking care of that girl.
But while you two is trying to yap your little yellow teeth, I'm gonna tell you like this. There's a difference between what I've observed
Mm-hmm.
And listen, there's a difference between what I observed, what I've learned, versus what I've experienced. It's two separate worlds. I have
That was
seen what
three,
you
but
talk
okay.
about. Listen, I have seen, observed what you are talking about. But have I been part of it? No.
You would never know,
How
Carl.
how would you know though, Carl?
How
You
you
would
gonna
never
tell me?
know. You would never
I'm
know.
asking you. We're not
So
telling
again,
you.
hold
We're
on.
asking.
Lee,
You would never know.
Lee, what time did I take a piss today?
I would
That has
never
nothing to
know.
do with this.
You're proving my
Exactly. So
point.
don't tell me what I experienced then.
You're not listen, sir. Psychologically, I can tell you why you would never know. Because at some point in time, there's a woman or women you have dealt with in your life. There's things about that woman that you don't even know now to this day.
But this is what I'm saying. How are you going to project and tell me
I'm not projecting.
what
I'm
I've
telling you real.
experienced?
Carl, I'm telling
Carl,
you
what we're
reality,
saying
sir.
is you're saying no,
No,
and what he's saying is no.
You're
You
trying
don't
to
know.
project what you do.
Dapper, let me
No,
land.
Carl,
no,
that's not what
Carl.
he's
He's
doing,
not.
bro.
That's not what he's
That's not what he's
saying.
doing.
Just D. Let him finish. Let him land. Let him land. So we can have. So there's no projection here, sir. I am telling you human
So how are
capability.
you telling me what I've experienced?
I'm
That's
not
what
saying
I'm
what you've
trying to figure
experienced.
out.
I'm saying what you don't know. And I'm telling you,
But that's
listen to what I'm
still
saying.
telling me
No,
what
listen.
I've been through or was a
And
part of.
if you let me tell you why, I can tell you why.
Okay, please
In
do.
human experiences, it doesn't matter who you deal with, male or female, they would never tell you everything about them. There are things that people don't tell you that you just don't know. That's part of accepting. That's part of accepting that and knowing
Okay.
that. So what I'm
That's
saying to
Occam's
you is,
window.
right now, you're saying based off of your ego and pride, you're saying you don't know what a
So
side
what
being
kind?
that
Let
is.
me ask you something. So tell me what kind of people that I've dealt with in my past. Please tell me.
You've dealt with humans, and I'm trying to give you a human
Yep.
No.
aspect. The
Don't be
characteristics.
broad and vague. Tell me about
I'm
their
not. I'm not
character.
being vague, Carl. Carl, if you
Tell me
stop talking,
about the
Carl,
type of
bring your ego
character
down, brother.
that I've
Carl, bring your
dealt
ego
with.
down. Carl, bring your ego and
Okay,
your pride
Carl.
down.
What he's saying.
No, this
Listen,
got nothing to do with ego and pride.
but
You're running
Carl,
from me right now.
Carl,
I
no,
asked
he's
I'm
you a
not
not.
running
specific
anywhere.
question.
You just
Answer
deflected the whole.
me.
You
What?
Let me.
deflected the
I'm
whole
No,
trying
question,
to.
bro.
If you stop
stop trying
talking,
to be a fucking lifeguard. Okay?
Nobody
just,
being a
I'm
lifeguard.
asking
just
Lee,
let
But
him
my
what
answer.
thing
is
to
the
you is,
character of people that I've interacted with in my past?
he won't know
So
that. You know
again,
that.
that.
Exactly. So the
Hey,
only way you're going to
no. Let
know
me answer.
is if I
You asked me the
tell you.
question. Let me answer. You
But
asked
the
me the
question,
question. Let me answer. Just like you earlier, and I'm going to use your own word. I shot you in your right and left leg earlier. This is the head shot. You're not going to sit here and pick a baseline for narcissism and say it's the same as men and women and not allow me to say a basic human characteristic is not to tell you everything about themselves.
I bust your head, boy.
You will be a hypocrite to say that right now.
Because you
You
was
just
just
said
talking
it's a
about
basic, and
vulnerabilities.
all I'm saying to you right now, it's a human basic characteristic that not everybody, men or women, tell their partner or who they're dealing with everything about themselves. That's a human characteristic. It doesn't matter who you deal with or what. What I'm saying to you
And
is,
you don't
let
think
me
that's
finish, Carl.
subjective.
Carl, let me finish. What I'm saying to you is now here, just like me, Dapper, Just D, there are things we might not even know about the people we've dealt with in the past. And we got to be okay with that.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying to you. You can't, your ego, your pride is going to say you know everything about them.
Yeah, Carl, you think you God, bro? You tripping?
No,
You got a
That's what
God
I'm
no,
saying.
complex.
So I'm not running from you, bro. I'm
You feel
telling
like you
you,
untouchable.
I'm telling you, if you go back to any woman you've dealt with right now, you ask them, hey.
No woman has ever lied to Carl.
And that's what I'm trying to explain to him right now. That's what you're telling me. No human, no man, that doesn't exist, Carl. Because
Carl's never been lied to.
you yourself have said it multiple times that not everybody knows everything about me. Not every woman, I know everything about every woman. You've said it multiple times, Carl.
So let me ask you something then. I'm trying to do something that's relatable here. Have you ever met a woman in less than a week, she knows how you like your coffee?
This nigga on some coffee shit.
Carl, you're moving the goalposts.
Huh?
You're moving the goalposts here, Carl.
No, answer the question. Answer the question.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen why I'm asking it instead of being quick to respond. See,
why are you asking it?
Because this is where I'm getting the clarity from.
Mm-hmm.
If you are picking and you're going to attract some that are not qualified.
But you're not picking because men are leaders.
Excuse me,
sir.
You decide what you let in your car and what you don't. You decide what you let in your brain or what you don't. What is in your house or what you don't. You
But you can still
understand?
be lied to, Carl.
Carl, that has nothing to do with our conversation right now.
Yeah, it
I'm
don't
trying to get you to
matter.
understand that that's what
The question
so we've
is,
allowed you to
have
move
you
the
ever?
goalposts to get your point across. Your ego and your pride won't say that you are wrong.
You can. The only thing you can say is yes or I don't know.
Yes
Have you ever
or
been
I
a
don't
side
know.
dude? Yes or
Simple.
I don't know. That's the
Or
only. That's the only
yeah,
two
it's
No,
answers.
simple.
never.
Yeah, and that's your pride and your ego. So it goes back to prove my point earlier.
Okay, so you
Voluntarily
say,
or not. No.
so you never been
But
inside.
again, you're
So you
going to
never been
tell me
inside.
that I'm wrong about my experiences, but I
That's
can
not what
sit
I
here
said,
and say,
Carl. That's not
He's
what
but
I
just
I'm
said,
saying you
telling
Carl.
don't
you,
know that
I
for
said
no,
you
sure.
don't know, Carl.
I
I
have
said
never
you don't
been,
know.
listen, I say it again, voluntarily or not, no,
Carl,
Have you ever dated a woman above
hey,
like
hey,
above your level?
hold on. That part.
twice,
Remember both said no, no, please. Carl, you been married?
almost.
Okay. Have you ever?
So the answer is no.
Oh,
No. We
so
ain't gonna
no.
get past that.
No, you're not going
I'm
to
about to say, so that's
degrade.
just no.
You're
So
not
that's just
going to
no.
degrade because for your information, Dapper, and I think you know this story. We was about to get married. We had the marriage license
That's not
and
what we're talking
everything.
about. Have you
She
ever
had
been
an
married,
epileptic
Carl?
seizure a week before we was getting married. So don't
I'm
start
not
me.
going
bless
to
you.
degrade that,
Well,
Carl.
That
that's what
doesn't
I'm
change.
saying. So
Carl,
had she
Hold up.
not passed away, I would have been legally married.
but
Okay,
have you ever been
I
married?
hear that.
Yes or no, Carl?
I
No.
just said what it
No.
was.
So
So
okay, so no. So with that being said, have you ever been in a relationship with a woman longer than 2 years?
9 years.
9 years. Did she live with you?
Yes.
Oh, you
At
was
no point
married.
in time, so hold on. At no point in time she was dating two people at one time.
Never.
So you don't so you can say that for her. So when she chose you to be her main dude for 9 years, there was nobody else.
No.
How do you know that?
What do you mean? How do I know that?
I'm asking a question. How
You
do you
ever
know?
heard of Johari's window, Carl?
We never had no secret. We
I
never
never said
had to
Carl.
go
I didn't
else.
say
Yeah, I
what
don't
I'm
think you
saying.
understand. Listen, brother, I don't know why y'all so bent to think that everybody go through same experiences.
Hold
Like,
up.
like I
Hold
said
on. Now I
before,
gotta say something.
listen,
Can it be called a secret if everybody
listen.
knows
I
it,
gotta say
Carl?
something.
Listen, the type of conversations I have with people and interaction, they don't have a reason to lie.
But
They
it's
don't
also
have a
you forget,
reason to hide.
but you're also forgetting one deep thing that is universal with all women. They are an ocean of secrets, bro.
Men
Yep.
too. Men too.
And
People
men
be
too.
lying.
Well,
Hey,
People
maybe it's
brothers. Hey,
because the
brothers.
guys
Let's
don't
be
make them
reasonable.
feel
Let's be
comfortable
intelligent here.
to be
Uh-oh.
open. Have you ever
No,
thought
no, no, no,
about
no.
that?
Let's be intelligent here.
Has
Let's be
nothing to do
intelligent
with
here.
that.
Hold
Has
on,
nothing
Dapper.
to
It
Let's
do
be
has
with
all
that.
to
intelligent.
do with it.
Just D.
No, it
Let's be
don't.
intelligent
So
here.
then the men are the leaders then, right, Carl?
Hey,
Like,
Dapper.
don't listen. Like I
The
said,
only
I
fellas.
believe some of the guys out here are not patient, or then they don't have the skill set to make women comfortable.
Carl, the only way you can know somebody has wronged you or lied to you is they apologize for lying.
Well, like I said,
Unless they themselves
I
tell
can
you that they
sit
have
here and
lied.
say very confidently
But let's get
because
back
of so
to
much that we did together
hold
that
on.
Okay.
there was no room or need or anything, either one of us to
And
Okay,
that's
go
fine,
so
out.
Carl. I'm saying,
back to the
all I
question.
was saying is that's
Back
what
to the
you
question.
believe. That's what we're
So
saying.
you
That's your
believe you were never.
mindset.
So Carl, you believe you were never the other guy.
I know
That's
I was never another guy. I know I was never.
All right.
That's not what we're arguing. Hey,
That's
Just D.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That's like you asking me, have I ever been? Listen, that's like you're asking me, have I ever been in a relationship where a chick cheated on me? No.
Okay. So now, like I said, hell yeah. I was the motherfucker.
But have I seen women cheat? Yes. Have I seen and heard women cheat? Yes. But
Carl, do you
I've
feel
never
like
been in
Carl?
that
Do you
position.
feel like you have a God complex to where you can observe something
Dapa, don't
happening
ask
in the
that question,
world but
Dapa.
not accept it
Dapa,
for
you're
yourself?
being a
Do you feel
hypocrite
like
asking that question, Dapa.
I've seen
how?
crackhead. Listen,
You have
Dapper.
because you have
I've
one,
seen.
nigga. That's
Listen,
why.
Dapper. Listen, Dapper. I've seen plenty of alcoholics and crackhead, but I don't drink and I don't do crack.
Hey,
Okay, but you do deal with women. Aha! Got him.
But hey,
Give me that card. But you do deal with women.
And
That's
I've
like
never.
saying,
But see, that's the thing. I have
what you're
seen.
saying
Listen,
is-
hold on. I've seen crackhead chicks, but I've never dealt with one.
Carl,
What's
here's
your
the
next
thing,
question?
right?
Have you
Carl,
ever
here's
been
what
on
you're
the
doing.
Back to
I
the
can
question.
say I
Carl,
drink
have you been
alcohol,
on
but
the-
I've never been drunk.
Hold
That's
up,
not what
hold
you're
up.
doing.
Hold on, we off the question. Back to the question.
Go back to the question.
Hey, yeah, right.
Like I
Because
was
right now he's
saying,
talking
like I was
practice.
saying.
Right now he's talking practice.
Like I
But
was
go ahead.
saying, hell yeah, I've been the other guy.
Yep.
2 or 3 times over.
Twice for me that I know about.
Only moral I had towards that, I didn't deal with married women.
Oh.
That you know about.
See, I've never done it intentionally.
No. When I found
I've never done it intentionally.
Like you said, Lee. No, you right, Lee. That's all that I knew about. But when I found out, it was a wrap. Nah. Because I know I got to get married one day, and I don't want that shit happening to me.
So listen,
we gotta wrap up.
Listen, I've been on both sides.
We gotta wrap this up
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're at this marker, guys. So let's get this final thought so we can get out of here.
We've been over.
Jesus.
We just had his shoe caught in his leg a couple times.
Shut the heck up.
Yo, Evo, final thoughts.
Let's go on the
They got that car looking like Murphy from RoboCop. Oh, sorry. Pretend to get.
Hey, I know. Listen,
on the final notes, hello.
Go ahead,
on the
Carl,
final
you go
notes, Dapper, since you got so much energy, please
Ah,
go
you
first.
first. Oh, that's cool. I'm cool.
Nah, that Carl's first.
Carl was first.
I'm never first. Y'all know I close out, so let's go.
Carl's first, Dapper.
Dapper,
Dapper,
come on, dog. Final thought. Let's get this over with.
Give it to Carl. He's first. He was the first.
Dapper, let's go.
Ah, bow. Evo showing
my
you.
brother's keeper.
You ain't no leader. We're the bottom of the leadership spectrum, buddy.
Carl, you can go with the night, brother. Just go ahead.
Hey, Evo, put it on me. I got you, Evo. I'll go first. Listen.
You got Carl already up.
Evo, jump over here. I go first. Hey, listen, man. Final thoughts. I know a lot of people on the in the chat and see that we're going back and forth, but this is sometimes what happens in the barbershop. I'm gonna be honest with you. We can have educated conversations. We can do what we need to do when it's time to have those. Tonight was one of those nights where Carl's shape up didn't fit the conversation, so we had to go in on him. With that being said, man, listen, a lot of these things in today's culture is subjective versus objective, and you deal with your situations how you deal with it. I'm not going to knock somebody pride versus ego or anything like that, but take what you want to take from it, learn, comprehend, listen, do what you need to do. Subscribe, follow Evo, do what we need to do. Manners and respect. Well,
I'm so hyped for this. This game is awesome.
Salute. Thank you, brother. Dap, take the mic, brother.
Where am I supposed to bring the mic? Nah, I'm just kidding. All right, listen, guys. Closing thoughts for me. Remember, everything in life is on a spectrum. You might be gay. Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyway, listen, guys. Remember something, right? There's 4 things that we need to cover. 4 things. There is the open self, which is information about you that both you and other people know. There is the blind self. That is information about you that you don't know, but others do. Then there's the hidden self. That's information you know about you, but other people don't. And then there's the great unknown. There's things about you that you don't realize about yourself, and other people's, they don't realize it either. Please remember, if you're a human being, this applies to you. So understand, just because someone isn't ready to be vulnerable with you doesn't mean they intended to deceive you. Please do us a favor. Stop adding so many goddamn rules to the dating market, and let's make dating great again. I'm out. I'm gonna get a hat. Stay dapper, always dangerous. Stay off the spectrum. All right, cool. Now,
Just did.
What? Want to know my final thought?
Just be on the spectrum right now.
Exactly. My final thought, I'm gonna stick with silence is a great communicator because you can either use it not to listen or you use it to listen. I've always used it in the positive aspect to understand my partner and understand where they're coming from. And like I said, I always put what they say from their mouth to my mouth so I can repeat it to them so they can understand. Anything else further than that, I'll just say, live long, live your life long and understand, people are people and everybody in this world is different. So when you come across what you like. And I always go for the girl that like me and not the girl that I like. Because I know the girl that's going to like me is going to take care of me. As Carl said, when I need somebody to wipe my ass. So, other than that, good night. God bless. Thank y'all for coming out. Subscribe. Leave a like. See y'all next week.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate all of y'all coming up. I appreciate everyone in the chat, the comment section, coming in and join. We'll be here every Thursday, 8:15, 8:30. Like and subscribe, like we always say. Bring some friends with you. We love having these conversations. We have a lot of questions that are already prepared, videos to follow, and we got some other things coming soon that will bring more interactiveness with people that's coming and watching the show. And I'm looking forward to it, So, and feel free, y'all can ask questions and we'll put it right there on the board and we'll address it. You understand? So we like that also. Like I said, this show is necessary for women to see how men in the barbershop talk, interact, check, have fun, whatever. Nobody's exempt from being clowned or whatever. That's why we're taking in stride. But at the same time, we're all brothers and we all come from different backgrounds. And that's what makes us great. We don't all have to agree and we don't all have to be on the best of best all the time. We can just respect each other's yes or no opinions, agree to disagree, and the respect is still there regardless. So salute to my brothers, salute to myself, salute to y'all. And I hope Coach is doing well because, it's not like him to miss. So, and that's it. Good night. Be safe out there. Salute.
Hey, Carl.
You know the show's over, right?
Am I the prettiest?
Am I the prettiest?
Am I the baddest Lomo?
You ever seen?
Lomo folk don't go around this town.
Hey, listen, Carl, we're still in the barbershop. Don't act like you expensive.
Who the tang?
We're still in the barbershop, bro. Because when you got your shots, we taking.
Yo,
so
y'all,
tonight.
I'm sorry, Carl. I had to, bro. I was holding that in all night.
All night.
Hey, every Thursday, I got every one of y'all ducks, so I ain't worried about it.
Hey, bro, don't act like you don't be shooting us. Don't act like you don't be. Come on, man.
But y'all have to congratulate me. At least I wasn't triggered.
You was. These niggas didn't show it.
You almost went there. You almost.
I'm controlling it a little bit. I'm better.
It was all over that button though.
Hey,
right there.
I was hoovering over it. I just didn't,
Evo, why are we still talking on live? You want to take us out? Because you
say something crazy about somebody. You can't be doing
feel
that.
me?
Hey, Evo, this is the part of the barbershop.